You have no idea. Like, no exaggeration, and this is me from my understanding. They call people who are fans of me or supporters of me DENTS. Okay? Do you know what that means? Do you know where that comes from?
Meerkat Mob.
Who? Living out your car, you suffer debt. Blue factory job, you suffer debt. You behind on rent, you suffer debt. Kings got you bent, you suffer debt. Pokemon rip, you better give a tip. Money gone quick like post-nasal drip. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Suffer, you suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Yeah, you gonna suffer. Fat wife hungry, you better feed it. Didn't reach the goal, the king defeated. Shit right out of his ass, you better eat it. Rip the Velcro up like you mean it. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Suffer, suffer debt. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Yeah, you gonna suffer. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Suffer debt, suffer. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Pay big in a lot, you suffer as a mod. You suffer, suffer, suffer debt. You suffer debt. If you save the stream, you get to live the dream. You suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Yeah, you suffer. You always suffer, bitch. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. You suffer debt. Suffer. Fat wife hungry, you better feed it. Didn't reach the goal, the king defeated. Shit right out of his ass, you better eat it. Rip the Velcro up like you mean it. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Suffer, suffer debt. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Yeah, you gonna suffer. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Suffer debt, suffer. Suffer, suffer, suffer debt. Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Really just matches a pattern with no thought is about proof. They say that's very offensive. And then they go on to say things like people in my community are wheelchairs or dents. Who insanely offensive comments or terms about handicapped people that should never be said. And they just say it over and over like it's normalized in their community. Say that that's fine. They can say that really fucked up. But God forbid that I say something about someone's skill level.
You can call me cat, cause I want it raw. Fuck a kick chat, cause I want it raw. If you want it raw, make the chat pop. If you want it raw, make the chat pop. Make it pop like it's Panda on a pill. Yeah, I'm rocking with the rawest of the fills. Yeah, you think you got him, thought you got the kill. But I'm hanging out and I still get the chill. I ain't kicking it over in the kick chat. Stock accounts getting bitch slapped. Moral supporters giving kickback. Dented gifted subs saying that his bitch fat. Phil is trash, he is lame. Phil is the human embodiment of AIDS. Phil is trash, he is lame. I will get it raw, I will never pay. You can call me cat, cause I want it raw. Fuck a kick chat, cause I want it raw. If you want it raw, make the chat pop. If you want it raw, make the chat pop. Make it pop like it's Panda on a pill. Yeah, I'm rocking with the rawest of the fills. Yeah, you think you got him, thought you got the kill. But I'm hanging out and I still get the chill. Stole that shit. Stole that shit. Stole that shit.
Meerkat Mob.
Stole that shit.
Who?
They all wanna know how I live my life, how I spend my money, how I treat my mom. Why? But I hope that he don't show them what I'm truly like. Cause if he does, I'm a too big another pay pick. June's gonna make everybody think I'm crazy. Show the world how I made a stationary statement. Slave trade joke, but I swear I'm not a racist. I said I loved you, but I didn't mean it. On a feels a nagger, eat it. Skin complexion like a white cheddar cheese it. And I'm getting that feeling, it time June. Please don't ask my viewers why they could. Yeah, he gon' show my lousy interview. You can eat it with a spoon. Cause in time, yeah, in time June. Gambling addiction, alcohol abuse. Cash advantage for money matches I lose. You can eat it with a spoon. Cause in time, yeah, in time June. I got a feeling June gon' call me out for doing dashing everything, even though I have gout. Shrimp balls and barbecue, I'm in the mood to chow. Gonna order a lot of food, some gabagool, and I want it right now. He's gonna expose me and I ain't ready for it. 672 and Derek, I hope he ignores him. I'm just a little streamer and I can't really afford it. I swear to God, if he slanders me, I'll get a lawyer. I don't know what to do, so I'll act nice. Try to beg less.
At Ricky Mark.
Stop talking about steak, this is my night. Dog's coming out, so I guess I better act right. Please don't ask my viewers why they could. Yeah, he gon' show my lousy interview. You can eat it with a spoon. Cause in time, yeah, in time June. Gambling addiction, alcohol abuse. Cash advantage for money matches I lose. You can eat it with a spoon. Cause in time, yeah, in time June. Cause in time, yeah, in time June. Cause in time, yeah, in time June.
What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? 2-minute warning. Wow. Welcome, everybody, hanging out with us on YouTube, Twitch, Kick,
I mean, seriously.
and the
why are
X. Big
people
ups, everybody.
so
Big ups.
intent on telling me that
Just getting all this
I'm
last
wrong and
minute
I'm
stuff
doing
put together.
everything that
I know I'm
do
going
in
to
my
forget
life
something.
wrong.
I did forget something.
Meerkat Mall.
Stole that shit.
I will do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want. And you like it, do what I want.
We're going to get straight into it, too. We're going to be streamlined. We're going to be efficient. Oh, I should turn this down. I don't know if anybody heard me, but yeah, I'm still tuning some dials over here.
It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how I act. It doesn't matter if I make a mistake or if I do something funny and great. It doesn't matter if I act well or if I misbehave. No matter what I do, people clown on me. Okay? No matter what DSP does, it's never good enough. Okay? Therefore, if I choose to do something, I can fucking do it. It doesn't matter. No matter what I do, everyone's gonna say it's wrong anyway. I'm the master of my own destiny. I will do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want.
The music went hella quiet for us.
How I want, when I want, how I want, when I want. Do what I want, how I want, do what I want, when I want.
That was the best part, too. I was stun locked, actually. Oh, it's going to be a good stream, guys.
I will do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want. And you like it, do what I want, how I want, when I want, how I want, when I want. Do what I want, how I want, do what I want,
right, let's get into it, guys.
This live stream may contain mature material some viewers might not find suitable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Man, my computer was chugging along over there. It is the 29th of July, 2026, and this, as always, is a very special edition of the Lv99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Lv99. My name is LDZ, aka Lord Diaz. And it's what, Wednesday? It's Wednesday, isn't it?
Who's that Dentamon?
Oh my goodness. I told you we were going to get right into it, so let's not waste another second. Who is that DSP DENT? Well, I had to go to the government level AI, Grok, and have a little conversation with it about our newest dent on the block. Well, they've been around for a while, and they've amassed quite a reputation for themselves, and their name is Hellman. And according to the government level AI,
it's a
Grok,
Jigglypuff from the top view.
and if it's good enough for the White House, if it's good enough for 47, then it's good enough for me. So Grok says Hellman is just another bottom-feeding dent with 21 followers, desperately simping
I ate
for
the eyeballs and he'll do it again.
for the internet's favorite washed-up e-beggar, Dark Side Phil. Grok continues. Phil Burnell has spent nearly 2 decades turning being terrible at video games while screaming and demanding money into a full-time lifestyle. The man who once scraped by on machinima views is now a permanent lolcow. From the May 1st FAP incident, the bankruptcy, the constant PayPal hustling, the rage quits, the quote, "I'm a changed man, dude," arcs that last 3 weeks before the next crash out. His content is the same tired morning show, plus mid-gameplay, plus tip goal ritual, propped up by the same handful of whales who keep the lights on, while the rest of the internet clips the fails for free entertainment. Grok, I hope you know that these fine people across YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, not Rumble, but I am on Rumble, and X, appreciate what you're doing here for us. Grok continues. The people still throwing money at this are called DENTS for a reason. The term stuck because so many of them are exactly what you'd expect. Low social skill weirdos. disability check warriors, or pure parasocial addicts who treat Phil's streams like a substitute for actual human contact. They tip, they defend every contradiction, and they lose their minds when anyone points out the obvious. Detractors didn't invent the spectacle. Phil did. We just document it. Brother!
Just the tip, though.
Grok! Have mercy! But that's not all. Let's continue. Grok says, Hellman is a textbook specimen of the current crop. Some Belgian nobody. I'm sorry. I'm just saying what Grok's saying, bro. Who spends his day on X arguing with people who have actual lives. Calling critics detractards. Detractards, bro. That's funny. That's funny, actually. I hope that sticks. And quote, no life losers. Oh, it's like Papa Phil. Okay. While his own account sits at about 24 followers, he'll lecture you about, quote, detractor logic. When a whale forces Phil to open an entire box of
Dent.
cards.
Fancy Belgian beers are your regular beer. Just relax at a bar instead of wailing on Phil.
Well, there you go. Whaling is a generous
Phil's
term.
been saying no load losers a lot lately.
It's almost as if he's projecting, like maybe DSP himself is shooting blanks. You know when the quartering asked Phil, where did the load go? Perhaps he was always this way. But that's just a Theo theory. That's just a Theo theory.
LMAO lose heirs.
Let's go back to this government level AI Grok that the government is using and they have a contract for. Says, then turn around and insist Phil is totally in control and just wanted to go hang out with his wife. Oh my. He gets genuinely angry at people mock fans for handing over their own money. I'm sorry, I can't read right now. Hold on. I need to say this correctly. He gets genuinely angry that people mock fans for handing over their own money to a guy who has openly treated supporters like ATMs.
Jingle jangle baby.
For years. Classic Dent brain. The tips are our own damn money, but any criticism of the man taking them is harassment. Grok continues. The so-called feud is one-sided cope. Detractors make the clips, the essays, the archives. Phil and his remaining dents sit in the dented zone, seething about it, banning anyone who isn't a pure yes man, and pretending the people watching the train wreck for free are the obsessed ones. Hellman is just the latest mouthpiece in that sad little circle, shouting into the void on X that the whales don't run the stream. That short daily rap was family time, that tipping is based, while the rest of the timeline laughs at another grown man defending a middle-aged streamer who still needs strangers to pay his bills. That's the association. That's the deep dive. Another anonymous dent defending the king of hate. Because without the tips and the cope, there's nothing left. It's powerful. Reefa, Sludge, Ricky, Mark, Fear, Monarch, Vagabee, Darkside, Bird Real. How is everybody doing? I hope you're all happy, healthy, and most importantly, Hydrated! I'm gonna drink some goddamn water right now because that was a lot. That was an epic. And by the way, that was Grok saying that.
We do not care.
That was Grok saying that. So if you got issue with that, you take it up with Elon Musk. So who is that
Happy
DSP
Wednesday,
Dent?
all.
You ask, who is this DSP Dent? Well, they're,
Bless the non-dented.
according to the Renton report, they are Hellman TG. Very cool. They have one chat message on DSP Space Gaming. They have donated $15. Pitiful. Pitiful. Sad. Pathetic. Bunny's chair and everybody hanging out with us across YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and X. Welcome home.
Welcome home.
And stick around. Kick your feet up. Perhaps maybe for about 45 minutes of estimated watch time, Hellman has brought to DSP Space Gaming.
Hellman's? I'm more of a Duke's Mayo guy.
Let's go. They were very active literally today, giving not just 5, not just 10, but $15 worth of kicks on the DSP Morning Show. And they say the following: detractors are totally jealous and obsessed with your weight loss. Their current, quote, theory is that you took
Boo do it
GLP
1 cent at a time.
GLP-1 and wearing a diaper because incontinence. But that wasn't all. They say detractors are seething because now you look very healthy and slim. Could look even better dyeing your goatee and working your neck to shape your face. My man is giving beauty tips to Dark Side Phil. This guy can't be real. I think this guy's doing like the 3D troll, the fourth dimension troll here. No way that could be said unironically. But that's not all that they said. Another $5 worth of kicks later.
Please start trying to look Luke Max Phil LMAO.
He's trying to get that clavicular. Is that his name? The clavicular situation. So with $5 more
Have
worth
returned.
welcome back and welcome home.
Welcome home.
They're asking a question. I want your opinion on the leaked Fauci
Cacular.
diaries. It confirms that he concealed 1, that masks were useless, and 2, that the C-19 was created in a China lab.
All we had to do was follow the damn train.
But that's not all. During the Level 1 podcast, then DSP
FM.
tries out the Marvel Tokon open beta. They say, in all caps, Phil won, detractors lost. Acular. I love it. Choco Smoke, welcome home.
Welcome home. Here we go again.
So they were not very active here in DSP Space Gaming. And in fact, I think they've only been around since the 24th when they first started talking in the chat. Interesting. Well, thank you so much, Renton Report, for that bounty. And we're going to make the hot tag from one platform to the next, ladies and gentlemen. Behold, what better place than the actual man themselves. Hellman's on the very free speech app, the X. I had to think for a second. Was I going to say Twitter? Was I going to say X? DSP says X. It's X. Whatever. You see everything app. So they seem to be very proud of themselves. Raw Phil gone forever. This was on July 8th, by the way. This is a pinned comment. DSP won, detractors lost. Okay. And then there's the picture of Raw Phil, not available anymore. It was a dark day in the Detractorverse, some would say. That kicked off a lot of crazy shit that's been happening so far, so let's keep going. Lendinar says, bro's changing up the story again. This was 3 hours ago. This is the most recent stuff. And now Hellman is responding saying, no,
I can't tell
I'm
if
not.
they're a dent or they are LARPing.
Exactly, and so that's why we're taking a little deep dive here. Killicam, thank you for the follow over on Kick.
Thank you.
And big ups. Tax Headroom, friend of the channel, Poems Past. They say, whale suggests Final Fantasy cards. Same whale pays for the first cards to be opened. Same whale makes him open the whole box. DSP bans magic cards the day after. And then a bunch of thinking emojis. There's some replies. Oh lordy, there's replies. DC
What up,
says,
Dupes?
what up, Killer Cam? Big ups.
No, thank
DD
you
goes,
for streaming and being awesome, dude.
I love how when this nonsense started, he said he wouldn't be a card-centric streamer. And like every fucking day, it's cards. Very true. Different cards. Logging it into the Poké Store daily to see. I don't play mobile games anymore. Well, no shit, dude. You have a real mobile games now. Crazy. Baldo Bull in the ha. Magic the Gathering has 5 more cards per pack than Pokemon, and that's holding him up from clocking out, so he bans them? He just doesn't want to buy another box of Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering from a scalper. That's $600 he made paid for the entire playthrough already. Jesus. And then on the 27th, just a couple of days ago, Hellman says, weren't whales in control of the stream? According to Detractor Logic, DSP should keep opening Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy packs until Alex Silva tells him to stop.
I said it was a dark side Phil thing to do.
Which obviously isn't the case. You detractards debunk your own narratives, LMFAO. So let's dive into this one because this is interesting. We have a conversation going on in this thread. John says a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to repeat. And then Hellman says that they're Belgian, probably whiter than you, as there are many octo runes in America. What is that? Is that a slur? Did I just say a slur that I'm not aware of? I
The card art
apologize.
is the best.
I
It played out
apologize if I
exactly
said
like
it.
I expected, and it's only going to get worse.
Or Phil is so
Yes.
skinned says never dive and
Oh, crap.
financially illiterate that he ran off a whale because
I think so.
the jokes about one person carrying the streams last week were too much for his frail ego. The whales run his stream, but the detractors run Phil. Profit motive. I love this screen name, by the way. It says, but doesn't that prove that they are? Don't really get your post. So we're going to try and keep it more focused on what Hellman has to say, but I want to make sure that we have the entire context so we don't take anything out of, you know, reading it wrong, you know? God, I lost my train of thought. Ah, yes, here we go. Sea Otter Typing, friend of the channel. If you got a fucking problem with Sea Otter, bro, you got a problem with me. And that's some real shit. Absolute legend. The timeline is equal parts. Facts. CR Typing says, possibly the shortest DSP daily rap ever. Odd how the length of the daily rap is inversely proportional to the amount of support gained, which is true. And then Hellman has something to say. No regard. It was a short daily rap because he only got off stream by 10:30 p.m., which is way later than usual. He wanted to close shop for the day as soon as possible so he can be with his wife and
he's
family.
He that regarded nation between France and Netherlands.
Listen, I can't even tell you where Belgium is on a map, bro. Why is Hellman defending DSP here?
JCVD is Belgian LMAO.
Really? Let's effing go. We're talking about King Jad, right? He wanted to close shop for the day as soon as possible so he could be with his wife and family. Hence, a much shorter daily rap. Are detractors immune to logic? LMAO. Jesus. Spelling. You hear these stupid detractors, they can't even spell right. Elon Breon EX says, you are a fucking regard. Jesus Christ. See Otter typing retorts, wife and
Scottish
family.
and Belgium isn't a real country.
Jean-Claude Van Damme!
No Gianna Claude Van Damme.
LMAO.
Nova Loves Belgium.
See, every day's a school day. I'm glad that you guys are here to educate me. Because Lord knows I need it. Big ups, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. Wife and family, says Sea Otter typing. Jesus fucking Christ. He only sees his family when his mother pays for him to fly to Connecticut. If you had a brain, you'd see the correlation between the length of the daily rap and money received. But you continue to suck up to the king of the DENTS. Maybe throw him a few bucks. He likes that. Woo! Equal parts sweet and equal parts just sudden, just surgical stabs and incisions
Best
that
thing
cut
to
deep.
happen to Belgium was John Moses Browning and FN.
Infelted.
Let's see. Wife and family, LMFAO. And then Lednar says, cat is fat, by the way. Damn, cat catching strays.
LMAO, the comment under it.
And that's why I want to make sure that everybody gets their time to shine, because it's not just about this dude. It's about the community. And I apologize if I say this name incorrectly. Lednar says, with context, this stream was actually insane. And by that, I mean it was heavily supported by 2 people. There's no rhyme or reason to the socks shipping cash anymore. Phil has started estimating groups of single kicks. That's the point we're at. Bankruptcy Part 2 is on the way. And hey, Phil, by the way, I know you watch these streams, brother. Okay? It's cool. I would watch them too. They're really good.
It's about the community.
It's just as much about everybody that comes through and hangs out. Dent and Detractor alike, because I don't know if you know, Phil, but you get a couple of your people coming over here and hanging out and supporting too. So just saying. I know you got really upset when people were doing that with Strangely Lex.
It's about the content.
Hellman jumps in wearing the knight armor, shimmering, shining, saying, detractors keep losing and losing because the king's tax was $302. Hey, all right. Good for him. As to why he was, letting everybody know when we already knew. That was the point, and that was what was being said. Still, Hellman continues, Phil is getting $300 streams on the daily and dozens of dollars worth of single kicks alone. Surely bankruptcy, it's on its way. Hashtag detractor logic. Got him. So, hello, my friend. Frog emoji. Fear Monarch. Hello, my friend. Frog emoji. Kill a Cam. Hello, my friend. Frog emoji. Ricky Mork. Hello, my friend. Frog emoji. OG.
Wasn't it from one dude mostly?
OG 3 Super Boss. Hello, my friend. Frog emoji. It was from mostly one dude. And how do we know? The Renton Report. The Renton Report tells all. And if you haven't seen this page yet, you really need to. if you want to hyperfixate and like really autistically count the numbers as they happen, I love information like this, bro. I love this. This is so cool. This is crack to me. Look at this. The dude made $10,000 of donations at least. He's banned close to 3,000 people, and he's had an average of 1,000 viewers per stream, each stream. So this is a very comprehensive,
awesome
compendium of all things DSP, including viewers based off of how much they've given, how many bans they've handed out if they're a mod. It'll even show how many messages people have dropped in. So apparently Spoons really likes to fucking talk. And they really like watching DSP. Close to 600 hours of watching Phil. Since March! Since March of this year! Holy shit!
Jesus Christ. Sheesh.
These are the type of people. These are the powerful men that surround the Dark Side Phil legacy. Sheesh. We got some detractor logic out here. And then Lednar, and I apologize if I'm saying the name wrong. Gotta love how you didn't deny the origin though. LMFAO. Party Rockers in the house tonight because G the Brave says Hellman is coping so hard. I call him Timu OIC. He is truly obsessed with the tractors. That's disgusting. Lednar says he only posts when Phil does well. Absolute massive LARP for real. Jacob Smith. Then who that one person you don't know? What? Alex Sylvia, my guess. It is a Brazilian DSP fan. Oh, and by the way, if you were to go to his public social media page right here, just as I have, you will see that this account is from Brazil. Tax Headroom says, I have zero interest in watching DSP try to tell us all about Final Fantasy VI again for a third time, like we were school children who didn't live through a war that need to be taught about history. He's already in full corny teacher mode. Tax Headroom cutting deep with these takes. So shout outs to Tax Headroom. And Super Sentai guy, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Once that name was written in the DENT note and the blackout was stamped, I couldn't tell you what's been going on. Was there a Thanos snap? You know, because I don't know anything. I don't look for it. It comes to me. So anything's possible. Hellman jumps in the fray, saying detractards complain all the time that Phil's a grifter, that he's not actually in the games, or he's in it only for the money, yada yada. Then the very next second you seethe when she shows enthusiasm and passion for a game he enjoys. Make up your dented minds, and then a screen cap of King's Tax 653. I'm starting to think, unless Hellman is using a VPN and made this account in 2018, I have thoughts that this could actually be DSP.
Autocorrect.
So he pointed out that Phil got $653 during the Final Fantasy VI stream. So good for him. But, you know, he's still Dark Side Phil. So let's continue. Jason C says, then who is this Dent? And there's Alex Sylvia, who is a whale and also a sub. They've been dropping literally $1,000 on this dude. Only watching 7 hours of it, though, so I guess not a real, true, honest fan.
Wow, that's a thought, dude.
And his name is John Cena! He's gonna get in the ring and put boots down!
Well, thank you, Arya. I didn't need those last 2 seconds of my life. Rolling Golem on YouTube says 1,000 viewers a stream. It's actually 300 to 350 a stream without the view bots that Phil admits are happening. 250 to 300 on YouTube and 50 to 100 on Kick. So fake ass fan Alex Sylvia here, who we did cover on this channel before. Just go
Should
back
be
to the
buying
archives.
diapers for that fucking baby instead. WTF?
Oh my god, I didn't even... Damn, bro, I didn't even look at this fucking profile picture, brother. I'm telling you, dudes, like, you gotta be better about this. Like, why the fuck are you gonna put a photograph of a kid, of maybe possibly your kid, on this site? You know, dude, like, you don't know, bro. Final Fantasy VI is a great game, don't you agree? I agree, actually. I'm gonna say lowercase dub. Oh my god, wait a minute! Desjardins makes another appearance. We were just talking about you. This person is a demon, like so many of those little fools permeating that wretched online hive, Kiwi Farms. You would make life infinitely better if you volunteered yourself for an exorcism, little fool. Better yet, instead of signing my email up for Scientology, delete your Kiwi Farms account and sign yourselves all up for Christ so that you may finally know goodness. Perhaps behind every demon, there is a fallen angel waiting to reclaim their wings. Very powerful. Very powerful.
Imagine you grow up and you say, Dad, can I go to college? And he says, sorry, son. I gave your college funds to DSP.
Jesus. That's crazy. Baldo Bull, it was a retweet, said, LOL, Schizo James blocked me all because I called him a schizo. I hope he gives more money to DSP today to own me. That would make me so mad. And then showing off the block right here. So we did cover this before, and then Hellman had to stick his nose in this because it had nothing to do with him. Detractors are such no-life losers. They get legitimately angry and start harassing people when we use our own damn money to support Phil. Not sure if they are demons, but they are certainly very pathetic. Oh my god. Fellas, are we the no-load life losers? Well, let's go into the comment section and see what Nerd Brew has to say about it. It's a photograph of Phil in a diaper. Oh, Jesus. Futon Revolution says, you use government money to support Filbert, and you got that right on the head. Nail on the head, guys. My first question, and look, I like to match energy, so if any of these stents step to me and try to talk to me, I will give them a fair conversation, but I will match their energy. So if they're coming at me aggro with a motherfucker, it's coming right back at you. But if you want to sit and have a civil conversation, the first question I would have is if they are on government assistance. I just think that's like the baseline of what I need to know in order to figure out how I'm going to map out the rest of my conversations with you. My next question would be, how come it's not me you're giving money to? We have so much more value going on over here. Lednar says, reading emotions from a PC screen. Wow, this guy's a psychic projection. You're also a LARP you don't support, and you won't prove it either. Sorry. And then Jacob Smith says, is that your gay lover? I mean, he's dick riding pretty hard. Desjardins with the 1234 Canadian to @TheyCallMeDSP, and then tagging him, and then saying that they are Empress Dairy. We've gone through all of this before, and then Hellman says, based.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
You say that word. I don't think you understand what that word means. Detractor Media, friend of the channel. Awesome corner of the internet, by the way. No random all capitalized words. So first off, welcome home.
Welcome home.
And please phonetically spell out how you want me to say that. PKO. Pacol Gaming. I may be wrong. Phil consistently has $50 streams, you fucking loser. Why did you block me, pussy boy? Did I hurt your feelings? And then Hellman goes, I didn't block you. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. And then DSP is tweeting his schedule. God damn. Like, how can you not want to come see DSP Space Gaming with all of this white background and dark ass text with a very thin font, by the way. Very, like, I don't enjoy this as a graphic designer, dude. It really bothers me how this shit looks. It looks like shit. I would almost want to see the AI slop that you see everywhere now, like all over like Rumble and shit, all over like all over everything now. You can absolutely positively tell if a thumbnail has been done with ChatGPT. And speaking of images made by ChatGPT, look at this dude at the beach, surrounded by alcohol, of course. This motherfucker hasn't seen the rays of the sun in days, bro. He does not go outside. He does not enjoy the great outdoors at all. This is, you can tell this shit is AI because you know his ass is never going to be outside. Hellman responds with no DSP stream today.
Disgraceful.
What am I supposed to do all day long? And the upset emoji. Let's see what the comment section had to say. G the Brave says, I don't know, play games. If you're not a gamer, then welp, not my problem. Okay, just seems like a normal thing to say. I'm guessing you'll be finger painting with your own...
users piss me off.
Fatty Magoo says, I'm guessing you'll be finger painting with your own feces, just like normal. Oof says, you can go fuck yourself to pass the time. Oh my god,
well,
that
who is
was
this Hellman cuck?
We are finding out together because DSP tweeted on the 24th. I wouldn't know because he banned me or he blocked me. Like, it matters because I can still see everything that he does. And I'm not going to comment on your shit anyway, bitch. So don't get over yourself. DSP says, I only barely got to play Marvel Tokon so far. So fingers crossed the beta will work on
big enough to.
On tonight's late stream. See you at 7 p.m. Pacific Delta time. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't care. So I also think Phil watches my timeline too on Twitter because I see him doing the all caps in the very important parts here, and then I also put times and my time zone in the tweet. So get your own bit, bitch. Hellman says President Trump should give Raw, Phil, and Duty a one-way trip to ADX Florence. Uh-oh. Based alert. Based alert. Approach. So he gave Phil a crown, a money emoji face, and then the cool emoji. So he literally did a screen cap. He literally, and this is an Apple product, by the way, that he's using because this shit right here, he messed up. I know what this is. He accidentally put it across the top like that, and he didn't want to fix it. So his dedication to Phil is not as good as mine, bro. I would have taken care of that, bro, before you put that up on the internet, bro. Not me being the graphic designer telling you that we have this very obvious graphic design issue right here, dead center in the middle. So everything that you have hoped to have accomplished and said with your art is null and void because of this one flaw right here. So deal with that. Oh, DSP continues on the 24th. He says, just as I finished the tutorial, I was about to play Marvel Tokon online. The beta has gone down and hasn't come back in over 30 minutes. So sadly, I have to play another old school fighters instead. What? So sadly, you guys are going to have to see me play old school fighters, which was also a shit show. Hellman then goes to say at PlayStation and at Sony, you regards are pushing for a all digital future, but you can't even provide us with a stable online beta for a fighting game. PSN down for over 12 hours. What the fuck are you doing? All caps. Get your shit together. Hashtag boycott PlayStation. And then a screen cap of DSP's mug and the attention the servers are currently under maintenance. So he's really serious about like white knighting for DSP, which is insane. DSP continues the day before we are live. That means I'll be playing the Marvel Tocon beta all day long. No, you're not. And then Steven with the blue check mark says, found your wife in Ultramoon, Phil, and it's a fucking Snorlax. That's Snorlax, right?
Boycott video games, bro.
Is this a Snorlax? What is this Pokemon? I disagree. Don't touch the poo. I disagree.
Nah, dude, that's Lugia.
Are you serious? I'm a fake fan. I'm sorry, I stopped watching Pokemon when I went to high school.
That's Barb, Chris Chan's mom.
Oh no!
No LMAO.
Are you bullshitting me? Because this looks like an old Pokemon, like a Pokemon that's been around before. Snorlax.
It's Snorlax.
Thank you. Snorlax. Yes. Don't be mean to fat girl, says Hellman. They deserve love like everyone else and are times 2 as dedicated in bed. Why? Why is it always this shit with them?
LOL.
Jacob Smith says your girlfriend is fat horse. Well, goddamn. I'm starting to think
he's a fat girl lover.
Hey, big girls need love too. Well, I wouldn't go proclaiming that on the internet to defend DSP. DSP continues on the 12th, tonight's late stream, blah, 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 blah. And then Hellman says barking dogs never bite. Very cool. Oh no, what up, pimp? Welcome home.
Welcome home.
That's Snorlax, thank you. DSP's talking again. Hellman is also replying. Detractors keep losing
Dude, Jacob
and
Smith
losing.
Is on top of shit.
Shout out to Jacob Smith. Hellman, once again, detractors keep losing and losing with the screen cap of a king's tax of $302. Very cool. And then, of course, Hellman once again dick riding DSP on the timeline. DSP says, today's first stream is live. We've got Duskbloods and Xbox news, blah, 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 blah. Hellman with the let's chill with the smiling face with sunglasses emoji and the coffee emoji. See what the comments say. Godbull says, don't you got a school zone to keep 50 yards away from? Oh my God.
I made that this week.
Sheesh. Johnny, is that you? Jacob Smith says, hey, regard. And then SK Dorch says, sup, regard. Woo! This is when Hellman was grave dancing on Raw Phil. And there's 74 comments. I think 70 of them are of Nerd Brew Gaming spamming the same photograph of Darkside Phil in a diaper. But Godbull after that says, now I remember who you are. You went by Zelda fan in Phil's chat, but before that, you were that, whoa, I don't know what all of that is. And then Hellman says, am I? I thought I was DSP himself. Isn't that right? And then Craven Protein. What the? Okay. I'm now finding out about new people in this wider cinematic universe. So every day is a school day. Once again, Darkside Phil is talking about his bullshit DSP morning show, sharing the schedule, like anybody gives a shit. And then the ChatGPT image of him definitely not outside. Godbull returns volley with wow, $592 and spent $2,000 on 3 boxes of cards. That's the problem though with regards like you, Hellman. You're just too damn stupid. Simple math eludes you. My guess is if not for your mom, you would forget where you parked your fat fuck tard mobility scooter too, bitch boy. God damn. God damn. Who's Godbull out here? Holy shit. Who are we following? Let's it's not going to show me. Hellman retorts, he will make tens of thousands total by the time he sells the cars he got in these boxes, plus support, plus tax write-offs, plus audience gains. Stupid LMFML.
He's higher than the Sky Bull.
I mean, no, I'm the Keto Bull, bro. It's been coined during the Truth Seekers stream, bro. I am now the Keto Bull. Hellman glazes DSP saying LMAO. That's why Phil's a businessman and you're a faceless detractor. Okay, so this is where things get spicy. This is before all the DSP shit. Listen to this shit. We need music for this to somber it up. It's a 4chan post, so it's green text. It's a photograph of the Confederate flag. And it says the following. Green text. Lost the only war they ever fought. Owned slaves. Rural. Revolted against the U.S. government and lasted longer than they should have despite the massive industrial gap. Get BTFO by Sherman and Grant using total war tactics. Held on economically inefficient ways of life because ma tradition. 200 years later, still bitching and whining about how the U.S. oppressed them and people don't respect their heritage. Picture unrelated, I'm talking about the Native Americans. Hellman responds, 4chan users are really good at crafting quality bait, aren't they? I guess if you put it that way. DSP says, new DSP tries it. It's live. Enjoy. And then Hellman says, I wish Brazilian Burger King would step up their game just like they did in the U.S. restaurants. The Whopper is an amazing burger, but its presentation is terrible, with low quality packaging and often messy, bad assembly. And then they tag Burger King BR. Oh my God. They're a real... Oh my God. They're real.
Not a jingle jangle Whopper.
Why is it always these DENTS and Burger King, bro?
Wait. Alex Silva.
The very same. The very same. G the Brave says, whatever, I still dislike DSP and there is nothing you can change. Maybe he could stop depending on bullying so much. Hellman replies, he only bullies the people that harass him daily.
All they can effort, bro.
G the Brave says, do you mean people that make fun of him and expose him and people that give their honest opinion about him? It's just harmless trolling that Phil should stop taking so seriously. Thank you. He talks against Kino Casino behind their backs. Talk about a bitch move.
Homem igual Alex Silva.
The streets have been saying that it could be. But this account was made according to their public profile. When they say Brazil, that's where they're from. So there's a possibility, but I actually lean more on that they're two separate people. Mr. Schmidt says he would get his ass kicked if he tried bullying people in public. It's why he cried when people caught him in public during the Street Fighter days. He mentioned
Brazil.
You're saying Alex Sylvia did? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The plot thickens. Bro side Phil in the house.
Chip in.
Saying, bro, stop. You're looking like a crackhead, and I'm not being hyperbolic or exaggerating. And then it's a photo of Phil yesterday and then Phil today. He is looking rough, okay? He's always had a fat face, okay? We've watched enough Phil to know how Phil looks. And it's not because, of anything other than he sits there in a chair for hours on end and doesn't do anything other than that and eat. And he does it he doesn't even do that right. Now, all of a sudden, he's losing all of this weight. He's talking about all of these doctor's appointments he's going to. He keeps talking about how healthy he is. Brother is lying. Bro side Phil says, if Phil's looking good, I'm happy to look bad. And then Hellman retorts, he is 44 and actually slim and muscular.
Silence! I'm
lying out his leaking asshole.
Holy shit, the average man his age has a gut bad posture, and no muscle mass. So he's really going the bat for Phil here. And then Broside responds, yeah, you just described Phil. Damn, boy. He actually looks great and healthier than ever. Don't be silly. Even his behavior is very energetic right now. I told him via tip that he should go to a tanning salon and do some neck workouts. Neck muscles are very underrated. But as every Gen X dude, Phil is allergic to look smacking. What the fuck, bro? Why, Hellman? You're trying to get him to like look svelte for who? His wife or for you?
LMO.
That's not very cash money
Called
of you.
it.
Maybe
He's sucking his teeth like every other second now. He's on uppers for sure.
Oh my goodness. The Wolverine doll, you son of a bitch. Welcome
DSP
home.
could never lift a sofa bed and table combined.
Phil has that gout and that light bulb head. So I'll tell you guys a secret. I have a skincare routine, and I also have this piece of quartz that you pull it across your face, and you're supposed to, it opens up your sinuses and it gets all the gunk out of your face. And it's literally, you have to do it in a certain kind of way. Like you pull it away from the middle of your face to the nose, and then off of the cheeks and down into your cheekbone, and then into your neck. So like you can really like work on your face as if it was like a muscle.
The light bulb skull is from snort maxing, I think.
He's got such bad droopy snort sacks though. Like they're there forever. Like when he's losing the weight, it's actually pronouncing them even more, because like obviously he still snorts, and now he doesn't have the rest of his face to kind of like insulate it. So like it's going to be out there even more so. Phil's definitely used to doing neck exercises. Pause.
He's gay!
It's a red carpet affair. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're having a lot of fun. This is fun. We're just reading what Hellman has been sharing with the class together as a family. And let's continue, because he has a lot to say.
Got a little picture of all his snort sacks around the office with "Remember, we're here forever."
Oh, the camera was on the whole time.
Oh, I need to be in the replies. Hoseen says Super Mario Sunshine is a critically acclaimed 3D platforming game released by Nintendo for the GameCube console in 2002. It serves as the direct successor to Mario 64. It was my best Mario, and I still keep the game 24 years. What? Okay. So this was an AI generated photo. Sad. Pathetic. G the Brave says the most underrated 3D Mario game. It was unique and still fun even today. Hellman says Mario Wonder is even more underrated. The DLC makes it even more special because it addresses the original game's main issue, which was its weak-ass bosses. So, what's going on here? Everybody's holding hands and singing Kumbaya over Super Mario Sunshine? Is that the one thing that we could bridge the gap between? From DENT and Detractor alike? Who knew that Mario Sunshine could be the one thing that gets people to cross the aisle?
I mean, Sunshine is pretty great.
I do remember Mario Sunshine, in fact. G the Brave says this is not success if he's begging nonstop. It's just an illusion. Phil is a joke in the streaming community, like it or not. Then Hellman responds, who gives a damn about the streaming community? He has money in the bank. Shao Shimigami, welcome home.
Welcome home. Obama.
Does he?
A career and a beautiful family. Are you sure about that? We'll go in the comment section. Mr. Schmidt says he doesn't have a family. He has a wife,
None
and that's
of the
it.
above.
He even hates his parents and ripped them off, and he doesn't even have a savings account. Told him. Hellman then gets out the sword and shield for DSP. Mr. Fantastic, welcome home.
Welcome home.
Hellman says, even if a childless homosexual couple is considered a family nowadays, how come a man, a woman, and a beautiful cat are not? Sounds hypocritical to me. Is Hellman out here trying to promote the nuclear family on my timeline in my Christian neighborhood? Mr. Schmidt replies, a cat is a pet, and a whale who works and has to make him dinner is just a mom at that point. You are a regard.
What the fuck?
Woo!
They spend no time together. They ain't fucking.
Nah. They're not enjoying each other's company at all. And I think it was just a marriage of convenience. I think the parents wanted to see their boy, who they hope would grow up to be a man, finally achieving the things that they wanted to see their son do, even if it was a farce. But beautiful family and all. Tax Headroom says, did you notice the moment people called his arm skinny, he started moving like a weird robot trying to work
DSP has
flexes into
whiskey
his
dick
movements?
anyway. Alcohol does that.
Yeah, his shit don't work. Who would go online
and her family
tell?
wanted the non-diaper daughter taken care of. LOL.
Oh my god. And I mean, Kat, we've talked about this before. She had a very difficult upbringing. She was surrounded by a lot of fucked up people in her youth, and this is probably worlds better than how things were back at home. So, yeah. And here's Phil, by the way, flexing.
My God, look at these new strategies. I never knew that Guile could do that. My God, look at these new
Bro, he's watching my streams, all right? We do the DDR streams whenever I feel a song, I do a workout. And I do it specifically because I spite Phil. I do it to spite him. And I always make sure to flex for them gay frogs after I do a set, because that's how the shit's supposed to look, motherfucker. Hellman says, all human beings have insecurities. Detractors try to frame Phil's normal human behavior and minor eccentricities as absurd and bizarre because they don't have any actual real dirt or valid criticisms to raise against him. Sad! We'll dig into this. Congratulations, I am your 170th view. J Stone Own says, did you just stick up for Phil? LOL. Yes, they did. So now he's saying that all human beings on planet Earth and all of that shit. Out of context, Web Communizo is posting about this. I think it's AI. Leftists really follow soccer once every 4 years. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't follow it. This looks like AI to me. And then Louis Ponto says, imagine winning the cup and being forced to shake Trump's hand. The cap is clearly a parody. And then Hellman, for some reason, jumps in. This Brazilian, apparently, is having a discussion about American stuff or Spain stuff, I think. Oh, it says make Spain great again. I gotcha. You are a parody of a cunning human being. Got him. It's translated from Portuguese. Oh. Guys, can I just say that I don't know what the Brazilian language is? Is it English? I mean, this dude's speaking English. But is it Portuguese? Or did they say that in Portugal? I'm being serious. I'm asking the real questions here. No Portuguese?
No Portuguese.
Super Sentai Guy says, watching Phil the last 2 years, especially since his flexing shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to start actually working out. Let's go. I'm 42 and I can't allow that saggy shitbag
Portuguese
be in better physical condition than me. Let's fucking go. Super Sentai Guy. It all starts with a decent diet. And you don't even have to go crazy. Just stop drinking soda. Just stop drinking soda. Drink more water. If you're hungry, drink some water. Your answer to every question is drink more water. And think of your metabolism as a campfire. You have to eat. You have to have a healthy relationship
Just
with
remember
food.
Krieger and his clones speak Portuguese.
Okay. Well, now I know. And knowing's half the battle. The Wolverine doll says that's why I think that when Kat got religious again, she might have picked a new religion. Muslim cat coin. I could see her donning the
Alex Silva,
the shawl.
Hellman both from Brazil. Just saying lore.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because we have literally, we can pull up Alex Silva right here. There he is, right at the top. $1,000, 513. Does he talk like this? Sent a $4 super sticker to get us to 150. Packs for everyone. This happened yesterday. Hold up. All right, let's see here. A $4 super sticker. King Michael. Hi, King. Hope you're doing well. Air knife is solid. Vietnamese comrade. How's it going? Yeah, lock is cool. $5 super chat. Sabin. Let's see the Phantom Train. Okay, he's hyped for Final Fantasy VI.
I understood that reference.
$10 super chat. Final Fantasy VI hype. Looking forward to the stream. I'm currently doing a Final Fantasy VI playthrough myself. Just finished the Phantom Train scenario with Sabin. Phoenix Down helped out a lot. You know he's not going to use that information. Even though you assigned it to a $10 super chat, he's going to forget because he has Jin Brain. Okay. Okay.
I miss Archer.
Phrasing.
Using the same punctuation, dudes.
Wow. Okay. I think we're coming across something here. Hellman says, and they even put a big, beautiful crucifix around their neck to make the message super clear to the atheist lefties. Uh-oh. Religious political alert.
This guy gave $1,500.
Yes, sir. According to the Renton report that we know of. This number could be in flux. DSP with this obviously horribly rendered AI photograph of him looking like an 80s like snake, like a mole in one of those retro. Look at these joysticks. There's no joysticks on these arcades. There's just a bunch of buttons. This is like so low effort, bro. Let's count the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. At least we got 5 fingers here. QQ! Welcome.
Welcome home.
Hellman says the king takes it all. Look at that. He put the little crown emoji on his ghoulish looking light bulb head. Jesus Christ. I have this shirt too. And I rocked it for bro side. And I'm going to just tell you this. This community has actual female style individuals in them. And they were present for this, for the bro side film video. So big ups to bro side, by the way. He said that his DMs were getting blown the fuck up over all of the recent DSP shit. And trust me, guys, we have a playlist right here that's going to talk all about it. I just figured that it would be a good idea to see who this Hellman person is. And I'm starting to think that you guys are onto something, that Alex Sylvia might be Hellman. I'm leaning in this direction. DSP streaming about Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and then I can't say any of that. But Hellman says, LMFAO, you detractors just took another L as big as that club sandwich Phil just reviewed. Suck on this one. Oh, he just said the bad word. Devour this loss and stay seething, bitch boy. Nobody said anything about it. Oh, I think because he turned off the replies. Only 57 people saw this, though, so... Yep, our boy has a potty mouth. Mr. Schmidt says, Raffle, you act like that's an achievement when we are all laughing at you for wasting your money on his gambling addiction and diapers. Hellman retorts, we are laughing. LOL, huge cope. Detractors seethe over Phil's successes 24/7. This became even clearer with his recent W's, especially after the illegal restreamer was destroyed. You guys hate seeing DSP succeed, but there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop him. Keep crying. Oh my God. Remy, welcome home.
Welcome home.
And they are saying that Sylvia is a typical Brazilian last name? Holy shit. Are you guys just saying this
to a common last name in Brazil?
Are you fucking kidding me? I think you guys are working me, bro. I need to do my internet research. I need to talk to the Claude or ChatGPT about this. Because you guys are really putting the puzzles together here. Mr. Schmidt says he crushed nothing. We are laughing at your regarded ass that wasted over $400 on him. LOL. Oh, people are starting to make the connection on here too. You forgot to add the 20 gifted subscriptions and the
Alex
final
Silva
$32
is an
tip.
MMA fighter.
Now that does sound familiar. And he's from
Guess
where?
Where, my friend?
Oh my God, no!
Probably like one of the most insulting things that's ever been said to me.
Oh my God. That's not him, really?
Anderson Silva is from
Brazil!
Brazil.
Brazil. Wow. You know who's also from Brazil? Azucena from Tekken 8. So detractor math according to Hellman, aka Alex Sylvia, aka ICS. Detractor math is almost as bad as detractor logic. And then fucking insane response to this. The planes flying over. The flyovers will continue to morale improves. Tweeted out by Pete. This guy, I don't know. Lednar says, I think you're a piece of shit in just about every way. Fuck out of my mentions. You support DSP. LOL. Hellman responds, you're the one that keeps quoting my posts, hun. Oof. And then Chief was talking about Brazil. Oh my God. If Hendrick had scored that goal, Brazil might be in the final and he'd be winning that award. And then here's football. Is this football, guys? Or is it soccer? Are you fucking kidding me? Azucena is from Peru. Don't make me look up Azucena Rule 34 right now. Azucena ethnicity. Aha! It's Spanish! Mouth droolers. Peruvian! Yeah, not Portuguese. There you go. Gemini just smartened me up, bro. We're talking about the FIFA World Cup here, by the way. Hellman says this little team would get thrashed by England or Argentina before even facing the mighty Spain. I think Spain went on to win.
Portuguese.
I'm not familiar with that. Lednar really cutting deep right here. What are you talking about, fuckhead? You just running through all my tweets? At least bring some humor instead of straight bigotry. By the way, your team lost. LOL. And then Hellman goes, there's something inherently comedic about a man that believes he's a woman, don't you think? Lednar says, trans people rent-free in your head literally forever. Using that as a complete straw man is really something stupid as fuck. And then Hellman retorts, detractors are trannies? Holy shit! This guy's a real piece of work. Celebrating their First Amendment right as a Brazilian, right? As Dr. Craig's right says, I think you will find that you are the one selling Caspa, whatever that is. I've already done
LOL.
the argument, including the mathematics. You may consult my Substack, my other posts, and when I have time after traveling, the underlying work I shall link for you. And 5,000 transactions per second. Huh. I don't know what any of this means. But Lednar has something to say, and then Hellman goes, Wall Street started accumulating. Now is a good time to go all in on crypto. He's a crypto bro! I keep saying Michael, but it doesn't have an L there. So I'm just going to say Frost Arco, the movie buff. Welcome home.
Welcome. The very
very best.
Home.
Sounds like a crypto scammer. Well, maybe he's spending that crypto money on DSP as a money laundering operation. Mr. Fantastic, first off. Welcome home. We aren't the ones who like Sonic and Pokemon because we have a physical attraction to the cartoons. Yes, that's true. Lednar says this shit is so creepy. LMAO. Check Hellman's hard drive, please. And this is Hellman on the 19th saying, good girl to Mega Princess, and they call me DSP. All restreamers should be in jail. That's the reason you detractors are mostly incels. Projection much. You are afraid of being bold with women. One of the reasons anyway. Damn. Okay, so this guy's a lady man. On life equals real life. Hope this helps. Wait a minute. Hold on. Online is not equal to real life. Hope this helps. I read that wrong. I apologize. As if a DSP wheelchair will know anything about women. And I'm not scrolling down. And in fact, hold on a second. I'm going to just turn this shit off right here. Oh, okay. It's a GIF. We're safe. I was like, whoa, it could be anything. Let me just go ahead and go back out here. It's like, no, dude, I love women. Girls, right? I love their boobs and their butt. I have the World Cup final playing on the big screen and your stream on my laptop. Via Messi. Go DSP. Oh my God. What does that mean? Flag of Argentina. Wait a minute. Is this like a double agent shit here? Because Argentina, bro. I don't know anymore. Is Hellman, Alex Sylvia, just toying with DSP? Jacob Smith says he doesn't care, DSP Dent. I mean, he really doesn't. Unless you have money attached to what you're about to say, he could give a fuck less. All right, Mega Princess says, I'm so happy Raw Phil was taken down. That guy was a thief. I don't understand why it took so long. He just reposted your complete shows with 0 edits or commentary. What a jerk. I'm glad he's gone. Don't give up on Dark Souls 2. You can do it. You have the skills. And then that is where Hellman says, good girl. I'm going to just say this out loud. And I'm just going to take a swing at it. And it's going to be a bold, bold statement. I have a feeling that Mega Princess is not really a princess. A female style. I'm just going to say it. There's a very good chance that it could be. But I have a feeling that this is not a female princess. It's crazy, says Mr. Fantastic. They want
Princess
to claim
Kenny style.
They want to claim they're normal when they call people kitten and speak to them like they're children when their meme is a fat no-life loser who hits on 14-year-olds in Discord. Yeah. A little bird told me there'll be some very robust tips during today's Pokemon stream. No tips for Pal World, though. Oh my God, this guy is calling his shot. Is he going to tip himself? And then a barbarian in a suit says, Sunday is family day, Phil. I guess you wouldn't understand this, but I'm married, so I don't need to spend my Sundays doing weird parasocial stuff on the internet. And then Hellman goes, Phil is married, regard. Damn. A little bit longer, and then we're gonna go over to the playlist and see what DSP himself has been getting into. Purple Aki says, yes, Phil, I will be there for the TCG card shop. You can't beat a Saturday evening with Phil and Pack Rips. And then Hellman replies, let's go. Hellman is replying to DSP here saying, hello, detractors. Why is your bitch ass so quiet all of a sudden? LMAO. Phil wins. You lose. And there's a picture of Phil with the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos snapping away, but actually giving up the white power symbol. I think this is the white power symbol, if I was not mistaken. I mean, that's what the internet says. I don't personally know. But we've got Raw Phil's channel being Thanos snapped away. And here's Phil with the receding hairline, with the little Thanos face and the Infinity Gauntlet. Let's count the fingers here.
The gauntlet is on the wrong hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so at least he got the number of fingers correct. So yeah, the King's tax $414. Very cool. DSP is diving into summertime fun. You know what? We're going to see the thread on this because he was really feeling himself on this one.
Here we go again.
Let me see if I can say this correctly this time because I've said it incorrectly every time so far.
I'll have more of that on Friday.
Max Marinart. Max Marinart. I think I got it this time. Javier Nunez, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, says Phil doesn't even sleep in the same bed as Cat. True. Getting closer. Damn it. I'm going to take another shot at it. Max Marinart. Marinart. Max Marinart. Probably still wrong. Gray Mind, which is a Cami profile, by the way, says, man, you got to be one of the most sad and pathetic dents to date. Do you realize that we all actually laugh at you guys every time you guys waste money on this dude, right? Imagine thinking that you're winning by living vicariously through a 44-year-old, 44-year-old.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, Indra Cold in the holla. Thank you. Big ups. How was the stream? I was there for a little while. Had a very special guest on there. Awesome, awesome. We are actually taking a look-see at the DSP dent that has been really white knighting for him as of late. We have come to a reasonable conclusion that it may actually be Alex Sylvia who has donated at least $1,000 to this dude. But people on X would better know him as Hellman. And he's been white knighting for Phil for a minute. Use the flashlight. And everybody coming through from Injured Cold Stream, welcome home.
Welcome home.
And that's not all. We're going to be watching a lot of current day DSP to catch up on all the good shit. But right here, right now, we've got Greywind with the Cami profile saying, man, you gotta be one of the most sad, pathetic dents to date. You really... Oh, wait, we read that already. Agile Waterfowl says, you should give all your disability checks to DSP, and then the GIF right there. Jacob Smith, Savage, says, man, the guy who dropped the sub was ICS, you dent. Got him. Let's continue. DSP... Friday Night Fights is live. I Hate DSP says you should have applied to Streamer University. And then Hellman says, Phil has talent. No university can teach you that. Hellman also says, I'll be there. I usually don't attend late streams anymore, but tonight my girlfriend is sleeping.
Video games are dead. Listen
to this. But tonight my girlfriend is sleeping at her friend's house. I'm free to stay up as late as I want. Bro, who the fuck says that? Whoa. Rocky says, I bet that friend is just her male friend.
She's not sleeping yet.
And they ain't sleeping, but she's still on her back. Ugh. General GK, I'm sorry, says, I don't believe you, in GIF form. And then Jacob Smith, who is out here causing a ruckus.
We're on him.
Saying, because you're a pedo dent. Oh my God. Jacob Smith, have mercy. Another DSP quote. Hellman says, let's do this. Another tweet. LOL, says Hellman. It's remarkable how Phil keeps winning and the track cards keep losing. Day after day after day, I wonder if eventually, given enough time, these wheelchairs will move on to a less humiliating hobby than this. I mean, it sounds like he wants to fuck Phil. Who calls their hand their girlfriend?
She's doing the Christina Vespucci from Assassin's Creed 2.
Look at this shit. Bro looks rough right here. He's being surrounded by money flying away, which is actually very accurate. This is sad. It's remarkable how Phil keeps winning and detractors keep losing day after day. I wonder if eventually, given enough time, these wheelchairs will move on to a less humiliating hobby than this. Brother, I don't know what to tell you. If you can't see it. Here's another AI-generated slop fest called Chill with Phil. Valiant Truth Angel says, can't claim you dumped so hard on LTG that everyone made fun of him when the ratio from that incident shows the internet mocking you as a BBC chaser. Keep coping. And then here is the screen cap of a DM saying, how cute. LTG just sent me this DM on X after today's first stream. Clearly, he doesn't understand it was an April Fool's joke. And clearly, he types just as badly as he talks. He's such a coward, he blocked me from being able to respond. This is LTG saying that you're gay as fuck, literally. As a white man, I wonder your strange gay obsession with a black man for a multitude of years. You're clearly a closeted gay man. Holy shit. Emperor of Arkham City also says, did you say drama was for women and homosexual men? By your logic, LTG is saying you're gay would be a correct statement. I mean, not wrong. This Fulton, I hope I said that name correctly, but if I didn't, please do correct me. Hellman says, LTG is a bitch.
Get that ass banned. Also,
your posts are being tagged as probable spam. Time to make a new account, weirdo. Got him. The comments say Phil's a bigger bitch and also a liar, as proven by that screenshot. We know you can relate. And then Jacob Smith says, you a pedo, bitch. Ah, I got him.
I mean, the only time I see someone on the internet giving up that kind of money for next to no real value, it's because they want the PP touch.
Exactly. They're trying to swoon them with their money. It's a Findom situation. Like, people that have a lot of money get really bored. And so they like go off on these like social experiments where they're like, maybe I do like this dynamic. And then they chase that a little bit, you know? More Chill with Phil bullshit. And then Hellman saying, get wrecked trolls with the $200 King's tax. Very cool. I'm sure there's going to be a lively conversation here in the comments. Valiant Truth Angel says, never as wrecked as the DENTS benefits checks. Damn. Rocky says, but you didn't give him any money the last 2 streams, so you are at fault. Mr. Schmidt says, sup regard. Were you the last 4 streams where he didn't hit a goal? Jacob Smith says, the fake tip he got. And then SK Dorch says, keep paying him, regard. You forgot to give your salary to this pig last few streams. Oh my God. Got him. DSP once again with the schedule. And then Valiant Truth Angel says, Raw wasn't impersonating you. Only DENTS get confused. The extra 100 viewers have a trivial, if not negative effect because they don't engage. That, plus Raw's archival and chat functions, put him into fair use. You can't even read, let alone opine on the law. Still wrong as usual. Hellman comes in saying the channel is gone and is never coming back. You lost, buddy. LOL. Lou P says, you truly can't believe Raw Phil being shut down has helped your shitty little business. It was the detractor channel full of detractors, people that hate you so much. Phil, they do anything. They can not give... They can, oh, I'm sorry. They hate you so much, Phil. They do anything they can not to give you a single view. And stop with the cope. We all know it's you view botting. And then the Pinocchio line. Hellman then says, and we're going to finish up Hellman right before the Raw Phil channel was taken away. And then we will take to the playlist. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. Hellman says, LOL, many detractors even go as far as giving Phil money just so that they could spew their nonsense. Do you really think these people wouldn't give him a view? It was already established that DSP gained new viewers once the illegal restreamer was destroyed. Stop the cope. Hey, look at that. Thank you so much also for spelling that phonetically for me. So, disulfoton. Disulfoton. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Says over on the YouTube, bro, that's actually crazy. That might be the craziest thing a DENT has done since PWR cried in defense of Phil on stream last year. Much love. First stream here from Injured. Big ups. Thank you so much. Yeah, we wrote that 3-letter product's name in the DENT notes, and we put an effective blackout on that product. And it's not like there isn't a wealth of DENTs that are still trying to white knight for DSP. Hellman goes, excuse me. Actually, and this is true, there are DENT tractors out there that do give Phil money in order to create content. That's also dented. I don't care who you are. If you give Phil money, you're dented. That's a dented behavior. Phil once again is tweeting about Pokemon. And then Hellman says, welcome back, my friend. A little bird told me some of your viewers have made significant gains on betting on Argentina yesterday, and that you should expect some fat tips today. Oh my god, dude. I think he really wants to, like, eat shit out of his fucking ass. Raw Phil got axed and Phil consistently couldn't hit a goal, but he got viewers. Make it make sense. Javier got it right. And please let me know if I'm saying that correctly. Let's look at the comments. Window Liquor, did you just type out significative? Boy, I bet your mother wishes she swallowed you instead. God damn. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even see that. It is said significative. Well, maybe like English is not his first language, so we'll keep it at that. This is why DSP loses weight, because he's going to play for the other team. Hey, yo. I mean, he is, brother, I don't know what his style is, like all of these like buttoned up shirts and all of these patterns, bro. He looks like a sissy queen. Excellent, thank you. Bad Banner. I am a huge fan of their page. I'm not actually subscribed to them or following them. I just happen to be on their shit all the time. Narcside Phil, friend of the channel, by the way. Reposting Grimyear's the Geeks tweet about trying to, turn about his fair play when it comes to DSP getting another channel struck down. And then, of course, Hellman says today is Phil's
You're
day off.
assuming DSP actually has a sense of style.
Darkside Rancher, welcome home.
Welcome home.
Let's go. How are you, my friend? You drinking water over there? You son of a bitch.
Dion Wright 2 subscribed to the channel.
Let's go. Thank you so much for making my frog dance. Bill is really fucked as a person. Agreed. Co-signed. Yesterday at the tractor sent out a link to some convention Jade was at with his mom. Dude, Jade is actually a disabled young man. No, not a joke or a meme. It's unfortunate. If his parents were a better part of his life, they would know that being around Phil and all of this vortex of bullshit is not good for Jade. But for whatever reason, Jade wants to continue to park his happy ass in front of the iPad and watch Darkside Phil. For whatever reason. And yeah, Jade can catch these strays too. I used to be the type of person to say, oh, I don't know if I want to say anything about Kat, or oh, I don't think I want to say anything about Jade. But no, like they make the active choice to live the lives that they have chosen. And so that's going to come along with people saying, well, I mean, shit, why? And I try to give them the benefit and be like, well, maybe it's, I mean, obviously because Jade has nothing else to do. And Kat, you know, was definitely in a bad spot before all of this. So again, don't know the full story, but you know, you can't expect to not catch strays when it comes to this type of shit. And nowadays, Jade is actually begging on behalf of Phil. So he's picking up his bad habits, which is like
bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
I think he's in his 30s. Oh my God. I could definitely see like late 20s, maybe. I don't know how old he is. How old Jade is. I know it was just his birthday. Tremendous Awful says, you're such a little shit LARP, man. It's not impressive or funny or entertaining. Just ship the cash to PayPal. Hey, Hellman, what happened to DSP owning the Raw Phil channel himself, huh? And then Let's Go Messi. And then the Argentinian flag. Man, I have the feeling DSP will be getting some juicy tips tomorrow. What a... Bro, this is something else tomorrow, doesn't it? But that doesn't help with today. And then today is Phil's day. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I am drilling into threads that are already being shown on the first. Tremendous Awful. You right now doing the CM Punk. Pay attention to me. Hellman says, sorry, bro. Argentina is about to play and I have a lot of money in this match. I can't entertain your copes and nonsense right now. Well, it looks like you actually are right now, Hellman. Okay. Jade is super rude. I see how he is on Tevin streams. No, the fuck he doesn't go to Tevin streams. No way. Jade could definitely
catch strays for misusing disability tax doll hairs, like most DENTS.
Brother, that's why I said, like, if I were to have a conversation with these people, like a legitimate civil conversation, the first question I would ask is if they're on government assistance. This Hellman person, I don't know, maybe has just the money to spend and just wants to do that. So who knows?
I love the frog dancing song.
Oh, brother, that was my walkout music when I was doing the pro wrestling. But it was the actual Daddy Yankee version, which was banger also. The fact that Miku covered it was even better. Phil crushed the tractor so badly that they're now resorting to anything, even the same old deplatforming tactic that has been failing for over a decade. LOL, what a bunch of idiotic bitch-made sissies. See, this is the type of shit that invites people to want to step to them. Like, I always like to just be matter of fact and go, this is what this person said, this is what that person said, you know? May have something amusing and something funny to say about it, but for the most part, what I'm doing here is reading what Hellman has been putting out and like giving my opinion. Yes, the ultimate felt. If you were a real piece of shit in a previous life, then you become disabled in the next one. Weirdos attract weirdos. The people, the world abandons Phil, pulls in because the world rejects them. Yes, this is the same shit that ICP does with juggalos. They'll take everybody. Like that was their thing for the longest. And now it's all like family, and all that shit. But of course, as with every community, unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of bad apples and bad actors and bad faith and all of that. So like nobody is immune to it. We just happen to all fall into this vortex and got pulled into it. Purple Aki says, no one likes snitches, leave Phil alone, detractor. And then Hellman says, Jess followed you with the salute emote. Don't worry, brother. Detractors have been trying to deplatform Phil for over a decade. It never works. The YouTube reps will file this under ignore, as they do with all detractor nonsense. They are just extra salty and hopeless since Phil nuked their Aspie hangout place. What? What is an Aspie hangout place? I'm sorry if that was a slur that I just said. Oh, and by the way, Johnny, the dancing frog is also an emote over on Kick, by the way. I'm looking for it right now. There he is. Another DSP tweet followed by Barney Strife saying, we're all too busy working on getting you deplatformed for sport. And then Hellman goes, hey, you detractors have only been trying your luck with that.
My buddy does audio stuff for concerts and shows and just sent me a picture of him behind the curtain for Violent J.
Whoop, whoop, juggalo. Brother, if I could work for JCW just to do it, like just once, okay? Just put me in a Fago Battle Royal just so I can say that I wrestled for the Insane Clown Posse's promotion, bro. Get Vince Russo to book me in a story? That would be fucking amazing. Don't make me recite the entire first deck of the Joker's cards. Because I will. From Carnival of Carnage to Shangri-La Hell's Pit. The fuck you think this is?
Now that I think about it, it might be a wrestling thing.
Oh my god, then they probably have Cocaine and the Ring Rat on the roster. I was talking to my buddy who was also like the guy that like trained me like over 20 years ago. And I was like, brother, I'm trying to work for JCW. And he goes, oh, I know people there. I'll talk to them. I'll get you in. I'm like, oh my God. Let me see if I can say this correctly. Hold on. Shabby Sky, welcome.
Welcome home.
Yeah, I think I got it. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I make a big to-do about it, and I apologize. Hellman says, hey, you detractors have only been trying your luck for that for 15 years now. I'm sure it'll work eventually. See, this is the shit that I would recommend that Hellman not do. Like, just, you know, really, 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 like, needling people and going, haha, you're not going to do this life ruination thing. Like, don't do that. Not going to listen, though. Here we go. You're a fan of Street Fighter, Phil. Here you go. And then, oh my God, here's some cosplays of all of the female style individuals. We're going to just sit on this for a second. We'll watch it again. It was only 10 seconds. I fucking love Rocket Knight Adventures, bro. Just the first one. I can speedrun that any day. That is my go-to game when I just want to, like, I can clear this in an hour. And I used to. Hellman says, give me the one on the far right or the far bottom. Then the only one beside her as well. So wait a minute. I thought you had a girlfriend, Hellman.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I thought you had a girlfriend. And also, that's disgusting, Hellman. We don't objectify females like this. But if you were to ask me, I would say that Tifa right there. That Tifa right there, second to the left. And I do have an affinity for Cammy, so we're just going to just go and keep scrolling. Phil says, and nobody cares, Steve fuck-ass replies, why are you here when you should be sending the king money? Shut the fuck up and support him.
Let's get some goddamn support.
You got that game back in the day on clearance for $15, still haven't... Oh my God, brother. You should really do it. Like, please play that game, bro. I will play it. I will play it. Uh-oh, Fear Monarch's a foot person. You and ALT can go have a conversation about that. Hellman says the tractors are so dishonest that crop is taken from the edge of the screen. He looks lopsided because of the lens aberration. No, that's actually Phil. Look how fucking ghoulish he looks right here, bro. Russo works with them. JCW used to watch him growing up on WCW. This is then his WWE run as a literal kid. Yes. And if I could talk to my trainer to talk to the JCW people, I could literally have a shot of being on a JCW show. And I'll literally do an entire gimmick where I'm like a juggalo luchador with the mask that's like a Joker's card maybe. And like every big match I would use a different Joker card mask as the face and in the gear and stuff like that. Like I do an amazing
more
Jekyll
of a plus
Brothers.
And less a deal breaker, but I love a bratty bully.
Hey yo.
Screw off.
That one is a rare occurrence right there. I thought I deleted all of those sound effects. Turns out I was wrong. But that's the allure of the random sound effect button. I'll be sure to get rid of that one real soon. How does one achieve this build? Hellman, of course, coming to the aid. He looks like he's taking every ounce of energy just for him to stand up.
It's a 1 in a million trigger LMAO.
Brother, I thought I got rid of it. And this has been since May, actually. So there you go. World Cup has been on for over a month. Come on, dude. Semifinals started today. That's why most people take an interest in betting. Quarterfinals and up. Oh, he's a gambler. He gambles just like DSP. We figured it out. That was actually Star Ocean. Star Ocean 2 for the PlayStation 1. An awesome game, by the way. Goy Division says post it, and then there's a photograph of this guy with the laser eyes, and then Hellman goes, he's lying. That's all detractors do all day long, make shit up. Steve Fuckass says, it's a crisis, dude, and then look at this photo of DSP, bro.
I'm a greedy grambler dude.
Holy shit. Hellman goes, wow, that picture really highlights how much Phil improved his appearance over the years. He looks much better now, even though you detractards insist he looks worse. Hellman, DSP is not going to fuck you.
Is that you?
You know what? He might actually fuck Hellman, considering all the money he's given him. DSP, once again, is tweeting. Hassier says, shouldn't have gotten Raw Phil taken down. Your time is coming, Pigler. And then the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland and the clock. Hellman goes, you won't do shit. Detractors are bitch-made idiots. I want to play the Star Ocean 2 remake because I only got
LMAO, I love that image.
I only got so far in that game. But you know what, though? The one song that I absolutely adore and I still listen to this day and it still gives me goosebumps is Cuddle from the Star Ocean 2 soundtrack. That's how much brother, I'm going to find that shit right the fuck now. We're doing it right now. Fucking Star Ocean 2. The fuck you think this is, bro? It's a Star Ocean 2 stream now, bitch. The fuck you think this is? Get nostalgic for the PlayStation 1 era, bitch. Realize that the world you grew up in never will exist anymore. Look at this. How much of Dent you gotta be to simp for an old man? Let's ask Alex Sylvia. Flashback. It time Dent says Goy Division. And I love this. This is funny. Hellman says, you support white supremacy while dogpiling on Phil and calling him a regard. Phil is a white man. Wait a minute. There's a Star Ocean 2 remake version. Hold on. We're listening to it.
Like if you got a simp, at least go for the e-girls.
Exactly. Isn't Porky Man out there on the internet? I don't like this version. No. The other one has more strings. All right, we got some, I think, brass, some flute. No, I don't like it. Chon Truck, welcome home. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the original one. But I also have, like, the nostalgia to it, so maybe that's what it is. Let's keep going. Another day, another stream schedule. Valiant Truth Angel says, addressed by the observation about your arbitrary evidentiary standards and how the best case scenario still proves grooming because the practice doesn't only apply to legal minors. I think the topic is just out of your depth like many things. Holy shit.
Thanks for the Daddy Yankee Miku song.
Hellman goes, no proof of underage, no proof of grooming. You are my bitch. What the fuck? Really going to bat for him on that situation. Insane. I had to go post on X. I was live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. DSP plays it live stream again, Pokemon Champions. I hate DSP says typical Dent. Has a girlfriend but would rather focus on watching other men. Hellman says, I get void fatigue sometimes. What the fuck is void fatigue? Guys, what is void fatigue? Oh my god. Should I even Google it? I'm gonna Google it. An informal internet expression that pairs a derogatory online slang term.
It's an incel term. They are avoiding women.
Oh, God. No.
Sometimes when I stare at the void stares back.
Not another one.
Another one.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Void fatigue, says Gemini.
Also, your mic is a little crackly.
Oh, thank you for telling me.
They call women voids.
See, I wouldn't know any of that shit because I'm not like... I love bitches, man. I love women. Respectfully and politely, of course. Void fatigue is an informal internet expression that pairs a derogatory online slang term for women with exhaustion, typically referring burnout from toxic or misogynistic online subculture discourse. Context and meaning. Internet slang. The root word void is short for femoid, female humanoid, a demeaning and misogynistic term originating from involuntary celibate incel online communities to dehumanize women. Whoa. How's the mic sound now? Okay, we got the incel manifesto. I get void fatigue sometimes. A nice DSP stream works as a cleanser of sorts. What the fuck are we even doing here? This guy has a girlfriend. Allegedly. Another day, another schedule. Kenneth Burt says, so grateful to wake
Another
up.
one.
Ring the instrument.
Heard any crackle yet?
Okay, ring the instrument of hate.
Sometimes
great.
Whenever I stare at Hogan stares back.
The
Han.
The ghost of Hulk Hogan is like, come on, brother. You want another 6-star. Kenneth Burt says, so grateful to wake up and not be Phil. First off, also, by the way, Dr. Joha, welcome home.
Welcome home.
Let's see here. Kenneth Burt. I'm sorry, I'm getting names mixed up here. So grateful to wake up and not be Phil, a man-child in his 40s.
His name is John C. He's gonna get in the ring and put boots down.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. No kids, loveless marriage, going into debt for TCGs he doesn't even play. I can't imagine a worse existence. Damn. And then Hellman goes, do you make 6 figures a year? Are you married? Do you own real estate? No?
The
Then
Hulk
shut up.
Hogan JPEGs talk to me like a Green Goblin mask on my phone.
Then shut up, Dent. Phil mogs you. Damn. Got him. I hate DSP says, notice how Hellman didn't immediately comment on this post after I called him out? Phil, we all know that's your alternate account. Just admit it, bro. Hellman says, I don't watch late streams anymore, dunce. My girlfriend forbid me because I was going to bed too late. What the fuck? I don't know, dude. Like, on the internet, I've seen a lot of things. And usually when people constantly say that they're a girl on the internet and they have, like, queen or, like, princess or, like, goth girl or female in their screen name or when they speak and stuff like that, I tend to believe that it may not be the case. Same way that when people say, oh, I gotta go my girlfriend, or I gotta go my wife, or I gotta, you know.
No kids, no collarbones, no midriffs. Life, it's hard.
And I am truly blessed for any collarbone and midriff that do happen to cross these eyes. I will always appreciate it the first time and the last time and every time in between. Mr. Schmidt out here saying, nah, she was definitely 17. It's why he blocks anyone that points it out. You are definitely a child groomer yourself, the way that you talk. Hellman says no proof, just as expected, but of course feel free to double down on your detractardation. No one with half a brain believes you guys anyway. Schmidt says you really are that regarded, dude. Notice how Phil never holds himself accountable for anything? Also, why do you support him when he groomed a 17-year-old in his 30s? Hellman goes, she was over 18, very hot and very into him. Did you ever see... Oh my fucking God, listen to this shit. Did you ever see the hotel video where she's basically begging him to take her right there and then? If you have any proof that she was underage, I said proof, not circumstantial evidence. Present it now or shut up forever. Did you see how she lusted on camera? What a thing to bring up. What a thing to say. Valiant Truth Angel says, if I'm just speaking with confidence, then it shouldn't be this hard for you to stay on topic and refute anything I said, instead of repeating the same fallacies to me, for me to point out. Hellman then says, you don't bullshit me for a second, you fool. You just say stuff as it comes to you because you're used to the low confrontation. Low accreditation. What? Accreditation, zero accountability environment of the internet forums. The exact one that fosters the detractor mindset. You don't know shit. I'm going to say something controversial. I think Phil never consummated the marriage and he never actually made a step to Panda. I really do think that. I think he's like a very non-sexual person, and that the things that he said and the ways that he was acting on camera to that extreme was because he didn't know how to present that side of what a human is supposed to do. And so he would go to the obvious extreme, as he does with everything. So I would just say that like Phil has never, he's either asexual or like super gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am a fellow scissor sister. You know, I am a full-blown lesbian. I love the shape of a hip and the curves. Oh my God. And the collarbones. Don't get me started on the collarbones. Hellman says, you don't bullshit me for a second, you fool. And then here it is, talking the grok. Who does that? Who talks the grok? And it looks like it's them talking the grok. And it says, can we consider seeing Jesus in the can of beans a stereotypical symptom of psychosis? And how does psychosis relate to schizophrenia? Very short response. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Hold on. Phil is scared of the booba, as he should be. Look at this shit. He's a bisexual. Grok says yes. Seeing meaningful religious figures like Jesus in random objects can be a classic example of psychotic symptoms, often involving delusions, hallucinations, or disordered thinking. Psychosis is a broad state of impaired reality testing, hallucinations, delusions, and schizophrenia is a specific psychiatric disorder in which psychosis is a core feature, usually alongside other symptoms like disorganized speech and behavior and negative symptoms. Ha! Sounds familiar. Psychosis can occur in many conditions, not just schizophrenia. What does that have to do with anything? And Dr. Jomhunt's got it right over on the Kick product. You can now call me the Keto Bull. Okay? And just because Melanie Mack looks like a skeleton doesn't mean that she can be an advocate for keto. Yes, I'm gatekeeping. I don't care. Mr. Schmidt says, this coming from a regard like yourself that just gives money to a 43-year-old man-child that wears diapers and begs people for money. LOL. You live in Brazil. The biggest...
It's a good old-fashioned bull run.
That was funny as shit. This coming from a regard like yourself. Okay, he just said that. You live in Brazil, the biggest trash can of South America. God damn. Hellman says, don't worry. I always tip Phil dollars instead of Brazilian reais. Reais? Did I say that correctly? I'm so uncultured, guys. I'm not even going to front. Valiant Truth Angel says, by the way, that's not an example of schizophrenia, but it's obvious you don't know shit. Truly a dumb fuck, too stupid to realize you're a simpleton. And then Hellman replies, LOL, you're so used to the detractor MO of asserting baseless nonsense with supreme confidence that you became incapable of saying anything but the most uninformed, obviously incorrect bullshit. This sounds like Phil, actually.
I'm not a fucking dumbass, mouth-drooling idiot.
Little Angel Kiki, welcome home.
Welcome home.
You just rage quit DS1. Hello, how are we feeling Lucy tonight? And are you talking about Death Stranding 1? Because I tried to play it, but I was like, I'll just watch the cinemas in a supercut. And I did, and all the cinemas was literally the delivering and then the hologram talking to you. And I was like, wow, is this really it? Is this it? And then I realized that the real story was inside of the game, perhaps. So who knows? Valiant Truth Angel says, as you unknowingly pointed out yesterday, quantifiable information based on metrics such as employment and the receipt of SSI checks, no matter how imperfect, are still more reliable than your subjective opinions. All the known info about detractors
The
prove
story
DENTS.
was the delivery inside of us all.
Dark Souls 1. Death Stranding. Got it. Got it. I'm also a pedestrian when it comes to the FromSoft games. I only really played Elden Ring, but I did beat the super boss, whatever her name was. It was pretty cool. Grok is asking, is Hellman correct? Yes, Hellman is broadly correct on the core philosophical point. And then why is he right? This is AI psychosis, by the way. This is literally the This is literally the sociopathic delusions that people can really fall into when they talk to AI. And I do talk to AI like literally every day. And I've made it so that actually I talk to it now more instead of typing. And I'll just do like literal word vomit. And somehow, some way, it knows exactly what I'm trying to say. And then it just outputs what I'm trying to put my mess of words into. So pretty cool. But just be aware of it. We're not going to read all the shit that Grok said about Hellman confirming his biases, but Hellman goes, even Joshua Moon, the man that built a career by harboring people who see a sense of humor in prank calling a mentally deficient man, thinks DSP detractors are pearl-clutching, obsessed busybodies and considered removing you from his website. Do you realize that? So he also follows the farms. Very cool. Valiant Truth Angel says there's nothing neurotypical about enjoying content produced by a cowardly narcissist with the intellectual disabilities. You claim otherwise because your DSP...
Do you realize?
Do you realize? Has anybody listened to... Oh my God, what the fuck is their name? God damn it. It's a song. Do you realize who does that? Fear Monarch, you might know this. You're a music person. The Flaming Lips. There it is.
That's Flaming Lips.
Yes. And that's not even the song that I really like. What was that song called? I was waiting for... Shut up. Hold on. I was waiting on a moment, but that moment never came. What is that one? Oh my God, I love that song. Remy says, pretty sure Jersh changed his mind about DSP to an extent after the Kino arc. I still have a feeling that like DSP was emboldened by the quartering, because ever since the quartering took the Kino Casino clip channel down, everybody started using that. Everybody started doing it. And I was also on the receiving end of it. So thanks, quartering, you son of a bitch. Hellman replies, DSP is highly enjoyable because of text, context, and intertext. Oh my fucking God. Jesus Christ. He's trying to sound like really smart with all this. In fact, I'd say the DSP experience is unparalleled as far as internet content goes. Valiant Truth Angel says patterns don't require documentation. We've already gone over this, Dent. And then Hellman says schizophrenic people look at a can of beans and see Jesus. Pattern recognition is only useful insofar.
What do you call that drug addicted dent? A fit dent.
Oh, hell yeah! Flaming Lips' best song is the Yeah Yeah song. Oh my god. If you hum a few bars, I'll be able to remember. Race for the prize. Hey, we got a lot of Flaming Lips fans here in the chat. If you like the Flaming Lips, you would actually really like... Oh, fuck. I forgot again. The Eels. If you guys have ever heard of Novocaine for the Soul, that is an awesome song. I'm not going to play it on these streams because I like to keep my 1 cent of ad revenue. But on my DDR streams, I'm literally playing copyright music for 2 or 3 hours at a time. So I will absolutely positively find and play. And if not, I'll make a chart for the Eels, Novocaine for the Soul, and maybe a Flaming Lips song or two, because those two are like I don't know. They share the same space in my head, and they scratch the same itch. Never got to see them, but I have their live DVD where they played the Oklahoma Zoo. There you go. All right.
Yoshimi was the Flaming Lips peak.
Yes. Her name was Urshime. They don't believe me. Yes. Oh my God, take me back. This has now been derailed into a Flaming Lips stream. Schizophrenic people look at a can of beans and see Jesus. Pattern recognition is only useful insofar as said patterns are intersubjectively verifiable and justifiable. What the fuck, bro? What with all these syllables, bro? However, the subject is way above the pay grade of someone incapable of understanding even basic epistemology. What the fuck is that? Am I going to have to Google this shit? I'm going to Google it. See what it says. Oh, hey, yo, espinology is the branch of philosophy that studies the nature, origin, and limits of human knowledge. Jesus Christ, dude. The fuck with these soliloquies, dude. Like, fuck off. I'm trying to sound eloquent. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Brother Solomon featured it, and that's how I got into him. I wish I could tell you how I got introduced to the Flaming Lips, but I remember listening to a Burn CD of theirs, and I would listen to that that album that specifically had the Yoshimi battles the robot somethings, and then also That Moment song. So yeah, now they're dropping big ass words that they probably got from Google, the same way I did. Yo, Beaner. Oh my God, I could say that. Diaz, hello. We have been around dealing with Phil shit way longer than you have over in Brazil. He's an e-begging bozo that groomed a 17-year-old, and we have shown he fake tips. He used to call it priming the jar. Hellman says, I've known DSP since the mid-10s. Oh my God, that's a long time ago. Once he actually piqued my interest, I did a deep dive and took the time to read both Kiwi Farm threads in their entirety and other sources too. It was abundantly clear, immediately so, that present-day detractors are regards. Even Moon thinks so. Imagine thinking anybody's opinion of you, even Josh Moon's opinion of you, matters at all. You haven't used a single academic or clinical phrase correctly because you, like Phil, are a deeply incompetent person mimicking a superficial idea of intelligence. Damn, I love this. Grok cannot make you any less of a simpleton, though. It's fun to see you repeatedly try and fail. Hellman goes, you are a slow person, no offense meant. He comes back with, Alpophenia is about seeing patterns in unrelated data, but the patterns described in this exchange all relate to tips in Phil's history of lying. It's irrelevant whether you agree with the indifferences drawn, especially when you use inconsistent STDs of proof at your convenience. Hellman says such patterns only make sense in your dented autistic head. Detractors never, not even once, provided any substantial neurotypically verified proof of fake tipping. So when you don't have an argument against their opinion, when you start attacking them, you already lost the plot, you know? Oh, there you go. Okay. So there we go. The Dent is trying to argue that because detractors make jokes, they are schizophrenic, which is disingenuous, or he is actually autistic enough to not be able to get it. Yes, there's definitely some sort of deficiency there. But yeah, the Flaming Lips CD, I remember burning it and I remember listening to it driving to work. I had a late shift at a grocery store. And so like it would be, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night when I would go out to work. And I remember driving at night to my job and listening to that CD, bro. When you had a CD player in your car, that was like luxury. That was the biggest luxury you can have back in the day. So now they're saying really big soliloquies to each other to the background of Pokemon Champions. DSP plays it. Tremendous Awful says botted view count is botted. You can literally watch it fly up and down. You are a regard. And then Hellman goes, view counts are never static, dunce. I hate DSP says you're always right. You always reply right when DSP posts. It's obvious that this is your alt Phil. Hellman goes, you're as delusional as Valiant. Congrats. DSP is once again with this terrible AI poster, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Again, DSP thanks you for the money, dummy. Hellman goes, I thank him for entertaining me with high quality content 2 times a day, 6 days a week. What? What the fuck? This has been good to cut grass to. I don't even have a thought on Alex personally. He should do better. I know a couple Alexes. I don't know which one we're talking about. Wayne Kanye got robbed while working at Long John Silver's. He's a kind of patron saint service industry musicians. Is that the what? Now I'm lost. Now I'm totally lost. What? What the fuck? Hold on. I was trying to press all the wrong buttons. I was doing this one.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the
all right. Jesus Christ, we're still in June, you guys. I was trying to see how far we can go until we like leave June or July. I'm sorry. It's produced Coin. He's their singer. Oh, see, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm dented. If my goal was to own cards, I purchased them. I tip DSP for entertainment. Sauerkraut Hiss says he's never going to be your boyfriend with the excellent Daria profile picture, by the way. I'm into women, bro. Okay. X to out on that. Ladizia Leone says, man, quit AI generating your thumbnails to look young. We could use your jowls as a paraglider. And then the thumbs down, Patrick. That's the lead singer? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Well, sucks that he got robbed, bro. And he's working at Long John Silver's? Wow. I guess the Spotify stream money isn't good anymore? I don't know. There's a documentary called The Fearless Freaks done by the guy who did Okie Noodlin'. It's amazing. This is cool, guys. I appreciate that you guys are educating me on these like blind spots that I've had. All I've known in my mind up to this point was that I listened to that one Flaming Lips CD during a time I was working night shift at a grocery store. And now I know all this shit about Long John Silver's and the Fearless Freaks. Let's go. Thank you. Tremendous Awful says, anyone with a functioning brain can see the patterns. Cope all you want, moron. They join dates. They barely use the count from pre-2015. Just because you ignore it doesn't mean we do. And then Hellman says, autistic people are so pattern-oriented that sometimes they see things that are not there. It's called apophenia. Without apophenia and confirmation bias, there would be no DSP detractor communities. You see shit that is not there. Got him. Isaac Idiot says, you know nothing, you undurfed cunt. Damn. That's a word. Don't come wagging your finger in my face. I'll bite your nose off and I'll spit in your little brother's face after I smear shit all over your mother's toothbrush. Holy shit, what the fuck?
They are swimming in their emotions, LOL.
They're really getting serious about this. Settle down, Wagey, says Hellman. Isaac Idiot says, who the fuck you trying to impress, you Brazilian? That word. Go invest more doubloons into your fleet of banana boats, you wishful Mexican wannabe. Holy shit. Holy shit. Hellman goes, I'm explaining to you why someone would watch Phil. Regard. Some of us actually have free time. Isaac Internet has really come into the chat with this one. At the end of the day, it would make me feel like shit watching DSP all day. Some of y'all need to be careful watching this shit. Whenever I try telling the lore, they can't believe it. 2 points outsiders usually makes A. Why would they
Cooked
give him money?
Like a fajita.
B. Why would you watch that? Damn, I could go for a fajita right now. Hellman goes, when you're wealthy like me and don't need to work for a living, you got to find ways to invest all that free time. The tennis club is not open all day long. I finished all Nintendo games that interest me, and there's only so much alcohol, women, and beach walks one can endure. Okay. My man's bullshitting. My man's bullshitting. Why are you trying to flex on the internet for anybody? Like, this is crazy. Yeah, who asked? Exactly. He can't provide any proof. They are real tips. Dude fakes tips, and you're crying about it all the way from Brazil. You have no proof he's faking tips. Detractards just make shit up and then expect us to believe him. LOL. And then, god damn it, like this is all this past month, dude. This is July 13th. Schmidt was saying, wasn't talking about you, was talking about Phil faking tips. Yeah, 62 IQ Boehner. Ooh. Bro, the clubhouse is always open. I didn't know. I'm a broke boy. I'm broke. Grew up broke. He wasn't talking. No proof. Okay. Mr. Graham says, I want to see you actually get that lawyer you keep threatening people with because I'm calling you out on it, sir. We both know you can't afford an entertainment or civil litigation attorney. Are you going to cover that standard $5,000 to $15,000 upfront retainer fee? Because lawyers don't work for free, and they bill between $200 and $550 an hour. A single internet lawsuit could easily take 2 to 3 years to resolve and cost upwards of $20,000 to $50,000 before you even see the inside of a courtroom. You are too busy begging your audience to hit daily tip goals to buy your DoorDash lunches and pay the mortgage on the Snortfort. There is no massive payout at the end of suing random anonymous restreamers. The only representation you could possibly afford is John Gibbons, the stuttering public defender from My Cousin Vinny. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Maybe if you stop relying on your viewers to fund your immense delivery feasts and keep your household fed, you probably actually have the capital for a real legal team. Until then, the threats are just as empty as the content. Damn. And then here's a AI baby of a judge, I think. Okay, got him. Why would I need a lawyer? It's done. Illegal restreamer is gone. Mr. Schmidt says, hey, Regard, you know you can't tip anonymously on PayPal, right? And Hellman goes, I'm not trying to be anonymous. If I were, I wouldn't have my surname as my screen name, and my full name is my alias in here. Huh. Alex Alexander. Bam. Rustan Floor Warden. Welcome home.
That's the big brain. He's scamming his audience for cards. He'll sell all the cards and afford a lawyer.
Now we're talking. Alex Alexander out here telling YouTube creators, and Team YouTube that DSP Gaming is knowingly scamming his audience out of things he promised to do if they donated him more money. Included is a ban he did when a viewer tried to tell him, I am requesting that YouTube review DSP Gaming channel's eligibility for monetization. I and many others believe that Darkside Phil has demonstrated a recurring pattern of conduct that may not align with the YouTube Partner Program monetization policies. I ask that YouTube review the channel's content, live streams, and community interactions for repeated behavior that may violate or fall short of advertiser-friendly or monetization standards. And then this was the whole drama about the math, the forbidden math going on behind the scenes. Very interesting that this was the thing that finally got them to break free from Pignosis. At DSP Gaming, you owe us 8 more. You didn't add a pack to the leaderboard when you got the $450 in support. Banned by DSP Gaming. And then Alex Alexander replying to friend of the channel, JG Win. Not only did he scam that, he didn't update his packs to open when he hit the 450 milestone. It should have been 16 packs to open, so he scammed them out of that pack as well. And then Jason C. asks, where's your defense at Hellman? And then Hellman replies, the people over at Google are not regards. They know you are disingenuous detractors, and your complaints related to DSP go straight to the will never read folder. Got him. Got him. Enjoy your ban. And welcome home.
Home.
Been arguing with the wife, says Super Sentai Guy. Are you talking about the guy who makes videos on DSP and says he's going after YouTube advertisers until his channel gets taken down? Nope, that ain't me. That ain't me. I just read what Grok and the internet tells me. Another schedule. And then Valiant Truth Angel says, as if he can't have one of his dents respond for him, he gave Darziak all the permissions. I see you still don't understand proof and evidentiary. Wait. Oh my God. That would still imply, says Hellman, I'm not Phil, dunce. The record proves otherwise. The record states that Phil is ripping packs this very moment, yet you think I'm him. I don't think you are trustworthy arbiter of objective reality. Now they're using big ass words, bro. It's already not normal to enjoy Phil, let alone have him as your favorite streamer. But circulating this misinformation to make him seem smarter than he is fucking unhinged and delusional. Truly dented behavior. It's not misinformation though, ha, says Hellman, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. Oh, no, you're good. Listen, Sentai. I have not been batting 1,000 tonight. I've been trailing off. I've been staring off in the space. And it may or may not have been because I cleaned the Volcano Hybrid and the Tabletop Bong very recently. It actually was. Sizzy Mac, welcome home.
Welcome home.
This Hellman guy is so dumb it's impossible to take him seriously. True.
Hold up.
Very true. Many things baffle you even when you try to persevere and pretend you understand them. Hellman replies, I wouldn't know. As a detractor, you must be very acquainted with the feeling that you are out of the loop. Wow, these guys are really, really, really diving into the thesaurus for this one. But also, he's a known liar himself. He happily spreads misinformation, but thinks the things he's seen should be taken seriously because he's a dumb fuck. And then here we go with a screen cap of Hellman going, detractors are so dim-witted that even after all these years, not a single one of you managed to realize that the Raw Phil channel is obviously owned / part owned by DSP himself. You really are mouth-drooling morons, as Phil would say. Got him. And then interesting fan fiction to have an alter ego who operates at the level of competence far beyond anything Phil has ever exhibited. Like how you also insist that Phil outsmarted Kino Casino, but can't explain what he stole and why he'd sit down with Cambion. Hell yeah. I appreciate you guys spending your time here with us here tonight. It's been amazing. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. And we still have the playlist to go, so do not fret, Monfrere. It will not just all be Hellman shit, but I am fascinated. And this is, I don't know what this is, but good for them. Hellman goes, Andamio Janik. Okay. That must be some Brazilian language that I'm not familiar with. DSP once again with the AI generated bullshit. And look at this shit. It says Podkang. Hellman goes, decimating Raw Phil is a really bad idea, Phil. Detractors are going to retaliate badly, Phil. You won't get any new viewership, Phil. LMFAO with 1,000 people watching now.
Chip in.
Mm-hmm. Getting the illegal restreamer banned is not going to help the business, according to the detractors, they say. LMAO, what a bunch of morons. 900 people watching. Of course, everybody was going to be watching Phil's channel after he got Raw Phil taken down. They
Dark Side Defil, the Podkang master.
And then Valiant Truth Angel says, what's the prompt? That just proves you use ChatGPT, moron. And then Hellman goes, sorry, my favorite streamer is live. I don't have time to keep schooling you in basic that word in philosophy of science. Oh my God, dude. Shut the fuck up. Did ChatGPT tell you to say that? Because the first sentence reaffirms my point that known quantifiable matters supersede your subjective perception. The second sentence is literally nonsense. You are a simpleton LARPing as an intellectual, which is why I humiliate you so easily. And then here's the LOL. I'm not reading all that, but apparently... yes, they are literally asking Grok for confirmation for their shit. This is some AI psychosis. I appreciate that. I'm still streaming. I will always keep streaming. And in fact, I will be streaming tomorrow morning, 12 hours from now, 12 a.m. I'm sorry, 9 a.m. I'm going to be doing Dance Dance Revolution for 2 to 3, maybe 4 hours. All depends. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this account, actually. Valiant Truth Angel. Craving for protein. I'm going to follow them, actually. So there you go. You should, too. Detractors are the ones pretending to have credit cards they inexplicably can't use, mention Japanese philosophers that don't exist, and repeatedly recycle the same arguments as if they weren't already conclusively refuted. Wow. LOL, you still don't get it. He's an AI assisted in his Twitter combos. Oh, buddy. Perhaps. Valiant Truth Angel says your observations are worthless, especially compared to known public information. Public information is greater than your subjective, incompetent perceptions. It's that simple. Hellman goes, furthermore, oh my God, he's hitting them with the furthermore. All information is parsed via judgments, especially when the information in question relates to behavior and perceptions based instead of hard, quantifiable things. There's no Jesus Christ, these words, basis to what you are saying. You are very slow. That's why I bait you so easily. Jesus Christ. This is a mouthful. Public perception on detractors corroborates my view. You spelled it wrong. Information invalid. Kiwi Farms is such a maligned community that even Cloudflare dropped them. My perception of the detractor community is much more aligned with society at large than your dented perception. Normies view you as extremist weirdos. Like, who gives a fuck what the normies think? Valiant Truth Angel says normal people would be embarrassed if someone noted that they praised the talentless e-beggar, but dents are truly built different because your brains reflectively ignore those memories of humiliation. Damn. Detractors are anything but normal, says Hellman. You are at the opposite end of the normalcy spectrum. Well, I'm sorry to tell you. I don't think the normalcy spectrum works the way that you think it does. Coffee, not safe for work, you beautiful bald son of a bitch. Welcome home. Hell yeah. Enjoy. Look at this. Man about town. Coffee not safe for work. Thank you so much for keeping the legend alive. Big ups to you and yours. All the best. We're being toxic right now. Because Valiant Truth Angel says, let's not forget that known detractors are employed, often traditionally prestigious occupations, and earn more than DSP. Meanwhile, DENTS are known recipients of SSI. No competent adult would believe this sock is employed. It's been caught LARPing intellectualism more than once. It's true, says Floor Warden. They have a memory of a goldfish. True. Normal doesn't have a spectrum, but autism does. Let me put on my woke cap for a second. Normal is a very non-inclusive word, and you shouldn't use it. All right. Hellman says, no employed man has a time for detractor nonsense. No heterosexual man has interest in gossip. You guys are gay neats, deeply tonsurdre. Oh my God, that's an anime word. About your unrequited love towards Phil, a regular-ass man whose existence warrants no deeper observation except to a twisted, obsessive mind. Holy shit. The best! And congratulations for 15 consecutive streams of watching us over on Twitch. Coffee Not Safe for Work is one of the realest ones. And I'm telling you, Coffee Not Safe for Work out here, definitely living up to their namesake. So big ups. Valiant Truth Angel continues. That's an obtruse way of ignoring the key distinction between contempt and inexplicable praise for a talentless e-begging grifter. You forgot the basement part of your detractor fan fiction. Like I said, you're always recycling the same rhetorical tactics. I'm very proud that I'm actually being able to say all these big words. All right, I'm going to just say it because they are a mouthful. Mr. Fantastic says, Hellman is throwing himself in front of the cart to basically get them to talk to them. It's pretty sad. If he had like better comebacks or comments, he wouldn't need to target every single post about DSP. This is true. Yeah, he's really not adding anything to the conversation. He's just doing a whole bunch of nuh-uh, no you. Super Sentai Guy says, I would hope nobody would take being taught down to from someone who would use anime lingo. Yes, anime profile picture opinion immediately dismissed. It's just facts, says Hellman. I've been to your communities and seen who you are. My description is not speculative. It's observational. No, it's an opinion. It's a perspective. The only difference between the average detractor server dwelling neat and the average lipstick alley EBT drama queen is sex and the amount of melanin on your skin. Uh-oh. Is Hellman too based for the free speech app? What the? Jacob Smith says it was a sock that support him. Do you understand that? Except lost, dude. And then Hellman goes, Phil won. This is all within the same. This is like an entire day's worth of Hellman talking about this. Oh my God. Subject matter experts aren't trying to fuck their topics of expertise. Discussing your uniquely pathetic existence will never compare to this sock's dedicated adulation, especially when it can't defend because detractors know too much to let your typical lies and dumbfuck arguments run. RS Nerd, welcome home.
Welcome home.
That's what I said, melatonin. Subject matter experts, LMFAO, says Hellman. That's a very polite way of spelling unemployed, gossiping homosexuals. Okay. Unironically, my neat friends are jealous of my life. You aren't fooling anyone, Phil. Got him. I hate DSP says you better stay inside for the rest of your life, Phil. If anybody recognizes you outside, they would kick your scrawny Ozempic ass. See, now that's a little outside of the lines, I kind of think, but like, it's funny for me. I think it's funny to read. I'm not saying don't do that. I just like, this is why he doesn't go outside, because people out here say this shit. And even if it's not absolutely positively going to happen, it's going to stick in his mind. And I guess that's the point. Drinking a Voodoo Ranger. Let's go. King Sheet. I'm sipping on some water, bish. Hellman says, just like you were going to get revenge for Raw Phil, and in the end did absolutely nothing. LMAO, detractors are bitch made. You won't do anything. Biscotti Squirrel says, you're the one who's in love with a pig and wants to get on your knees to service someone who wouldn't even acknowledge you if you didn't give him money. This is true. Hellman says, it's you detractors that have an entire forums dedicated to stalking Phil and discussing every infinitesimally small aspect of his life. Not me. That indeed sounds like a case of unrequited homosexual love. Do you understand the concept of sundre? You, that word, are sundre for Phil. Oh my God, he's bringing up anime terms. He's cooked, bro. Completely nuked from orbit. Pal World. G the Brave says you have no life. If you go stalk on Kiwi Farms, Temu OIC, keep dreaming, maybe Ozempig will notice you. Maybe you should apply to be a mod on Kick now that Be More Righteous and Ferbs both got banned. If you want a full chat of detractors laughing at you with Patrick emotes. And then Hellman goes, actually, that's not a bad idea. Ha, got him. Yeah, and like in the wide range of things, like the DSP cinematic universe is very small and very like less chaotic as like an Ethan Ralph, for an example, or other 4-letter or 3-letter products. So you do all that work, says Tremendous Awful, because of funny meme clip and audio. You are one autistic motherfucker. And then Hellman goes, I'm neurotypical, bro. The truth comes out. Tremendous Awful says, I find it interesting that if the king's tax is $150 or more, you tweet post stream. And if it's under, well, for whatever reason, you're nowhere to be found. Can you explain the statistical anomaly to the class, helmet boy? Damn. Hellman goes, sure. In fact, I already addressed that before. And then, they must have gotten rid of the post because it is not available.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Yeah, there's no real gay ops on DSP. If anything, they're just going to clip him out of context. Meow Block, oh my God, friend of the channel, says, imagine some chick hates you and thinks you're a sex-crazed loser. So to get back at you, she gives you a hand job and calls you a fucking loser while doing it. That's how I view troll tippers, LMFAO. Meow Block goes, that's kind of hot to be honest. Oh my God. It's all coming out. He's into the humiliation. He's into the femdom stuff. The findom stuff. I'm sorry. I'm getting my kinks mixed up. The live stream schedule for the 11th. Jesus Christ, dude. This is a lot. Rocky says right back to the misogyny because Hellman goes calling Cat fat and autistic a billion times equals okay. And then calling Panda post-prime once equals misogyny. Detractor logic. I don't know what that means. But we're talking about Panda in her prime, which I don't know. That could be an opinion. DSP tweeting again. Let's chill. Are you gay for DSP? And then there's the Thanos snap. Nah, bro. I like females, specifically if they are pale with dark hair and big bosom. One of my girlfriends look like this. Oh, it's let me just put that away. Okay, this is safe. Yes, that is Kat Jennings, I think. That is Kat Jennings. And there it is. Panda's right there in the chat. Let's go. There she is. Big ups, L4M4NDO. Big ups, and thank you, and welcome home.
Welcome.
Funny, the only way a woman will touch him is forcefully. I guess someone's crackhead grandpa can't get pussy unless he pays for it. Damn. Yeah, okay. Yes, we all love Kat Dennings. Hellman goes, take down illegal restreamer. Welcome the wandering orphan detractors to his kick. Instate laxer rules in moderation so they can spurg out and detract freely. Phil is a military genius. And then there's a cat reading a book. Very cool. And then after a small hiatus tonight, DSP with another incredibly terrible AI thumbnail. And then Hellman replies, it's a perfect plan with a perfect execution, really. And then this is what he said in a previous tweet. Phil didn't respond or like it. Sneeding Raccoon says, how does it feel to have completely owned the detractors and face no repercussions for it, sire? Hellman goes, even Triple P was calling out detractors for being sissy bitches that won't do a thing. Imagine bending to the whims of anybody on the internet. Panda Lee went from a man with no chin to Chad. And then Hellman goes, Phil was with her during her prime. Oh my God. The so-called Chad is getting his sloppy seconds. Today, there's a party. We're dancing on Raw Phil's grave. There'll be turkey sandwiches and fun. If you don't come, then you're gay. Okay. So I said that I was going to stop when we got to the point where Raw Phil was taken down. I think we are there. This bitch ass changed his chat and kicked to Raw Phil. Why do people keep messing with me? And then a screen cap. And then Hellman goes, based Phil rubbing salt in the wound. I love it. And then total victory. We saw that. DSP. Phil is winning big and his detractors can't cope with it. And then tennis style posts. Nobody gives a shit. And then Phil, and then Twitch support user. Twitch at Raw Phil is doing an illegal live stream of a creator, DSP Gaming, right now. He's snitching. He's snitching. This is an infringement of intellectual property, copyright laws, and Twitch terms of service. Do something. Asmon Gold, can you help Phil? Nope. Nope. Mr. Fantastic, according to Hellman, that is what he is saying. Sneeding Raccoon says, nah, the detractors won't do anything to his channel. They won't even dare. And then Hellman goes, correct. Detractors are bitch made. Plus, right now, they are so lost as, whoa, oh my God. I'm not saying the rest of that. Sneeding Raccoon says, hate to say it, but you totally owned the detractors. You went scorched earth on them, and they have no way to retaliate. They don't have the balls to. If you want to know the truth about it, bish. Hellman agrees. Detractors are feeling lost and demoralized. And then another DSP tweet, followed by Valiant Angel saying, never heard of Sung, but very on brand for DSP and other DENTS to repeat very obvious ideas, even as though they're meaningful. Yoshi-Khan, welcome home.
Welcome home.
Maybe because detractors actually have jobs.
There you go. Hellman is probably the worst defender and just eggs on the world. This is why people want bad things to happen to DSP. Real shit, co-signed. I appreciate that. And thank you for hanging out. Hellman says he's one of the most well-known Japanese philosophers of all time, but I shouldn't expect a detractor to be a cultured individual. Well, I don't know. Duty was actually in Japan for a while, so Still making videos about Phil, though. And speaking of, we will be catching up with DSP via duty streams. We're going to be watching a couple of videos. We'll be doing that very soon. Hellman goes, damn, that was 2 months ago. I really ought to uninstall this app. Okay. Rocky goes, you claim that Raw Phil was freezing your chat. Do you have proof? If not, he's innocent by your logic. And then Hellman goes, boohoo, poor Raw. But spells it with Rav. By their Halo say getting up at 6 a.m. is super early and moving around all morning is exhausting. Absolutely pathetic. Pathetic! You berate people for having no clue about real life, but you are the coddled man-child with no understanding of what most people deal with every day. You are scum. Isn't Sun Tsung from Mortal Kombat close? And did the dent mean Sung Tzu and confuse him with the Japanese? Yes. Yes. Hellman goes, not everyone is used to the wage slave routine of getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Have some empathy. And then total victory. DSP tweeting again. Excuse me. Baba says, stop trying to sound smart. Darish doesn't get $300+ a day for berating his viewers and using slurs. People already went after the fucking pedo. He isn't gaining anything with this behavior now, but with Phil, he is allowed on the platform after decades of bullying. Hellman comes to the rescue saying, you, slurs, did nothing against Darish. DSP faced way more repercussions for the nunce's actions than the nunce himself, most notably getting his supposed negligent broadcast to tens of thousands of Kino Casino viewers. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Super Sentai guy says, by default, if you marry a woman and she's not or doesn't get fat, then you're already doing light years better than Phil. Tremendous Awful says you're making stuff up. 1,000 times LOL. Yeah, sure, buddy. Keep getting heavily baited. Deflection is all you have. Shit LARP is shit. FF9000, thank you.
Welcome home.
For that single kick. That means we are edging ever so closer to that green room goal, baby. Let's go. Thank you. Hellman then responds, actually, it's way more than 1,000 times. Detractor efforts against DSP as it relates to Darish were probably 1 million times more frequent than detractor efforts against Darish himself. You hypocrites barely went after him. You don't actually care. You just want to hurt DSP. Whoa, buddy. Now they're talking about Derek. So this is some interesting shit. Now do DSP raising money under false pretenses for years. Now do DSP not banning Derek despite explicit knowledge of his disgusting behaviors. Now do all of the TOS violations from DSP in the last 2 days. Hellman goes, go to the police, hire a lawyer and sue him, report it to YouTube. You won't because you know this is all bullshit, detractard fiction that wouldn't survive 10 minutes under the scrutiny of an actual judge, court of law moderator. Ha! Jesus Christ. All right. I think this is where it ends for the Hellman stuff, at least for now. We're going to put a pin in it because I want to have the milestone be before Raw Phil was taken down and after Raw Phil was taken down. So look at this shit right here, guys. We're going to do current day, modern day DSP. And thank you so much, Alex Silva, aka Hellman, for the excellent content, my friend. And if you want to spend any of that $1,513 and spread some cheese on this cracker, well, the links are in the description, pimp. But until then, stick around, guys. We're not done yet. We are going to watch some DSP thanks to Duty Streams, and I'll see you on the other side of this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. And FF9000, thank you so much for the additional 10 kicks. As you can see, We are edging ever so closer to that green room goal. Can we hit it? In the meantime, let's enjoy the duty streams. Thank you so much. We are live across YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and X. You could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you're here with me and you're here with us, and I appreciate that.
It's nice looking. I'll order some more of these Begimon cards for my shipper. Hang on, you guys.
There's Jenna and Panda in the hot tub. I think that's Cat back there.
We'll play for about 2 hours tonight. Fingers
Look at
crossed,
that shirt,
people show up
bro.
for this,
What the
because
fuck is
people have
this
been telling me
shirt?
for months, Phil,
Is
just
there a
play
pot
what
leaf
you
on
want.
his shirt?
And I explained to people that, sadly, when your job is also your hobby, you can't always just play what you want. That it doesn't always align. That even though I love certain genres of games and I would love to be playing them more often, that I need to do stuff on stream that entertains enough of an audience that they'll come out, hang out, engage, and support my content so that I can make a living doing it, right? And there have been many times over the years here where there's a game that I really like and I want to keep playing, notably games like Metaphor or Coden 2 or Blueprints or others, right? Where I wish I could play them more or keep playing them, but I kind of have to give up on them because I can't get someone to just show up for it. I hope that's not the case with my favorite RPG of all time. I've shown passion for this game over the years. I love it. This is the kind of game, every once in a while, I like going back to the drawing board to play it, right? You know what I'm saying? Not back to the drawing board, back to the well to play it is what I meant to say. It's so good. I got all my lighting set up for it. As you can see, I got text specifically. This is the Final Fantasy font. We got a Final Fantasy animation with Alex doing a ginormous contribution. Look at this. Here, let's stop this for a minute. Alex, thank you so much for getting it started. I mean, that's amazing. $100 freaking, man. I'll read this out in a second. But we even got the Final Fantasy VI animation for big contributions of $100. I mean, you can tell I love this game. I got all this stuff set up for it. I even added Final Fantasy VI animations today to play on the board behind me. So let's go with Alex. Alex starting off tonight with $100 freaking super chat. He says, Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy trading card game is straight hype. Let's show the king support for one, if not the best RPGs of all time. I think it's the best. Keep up the great work, Phil. I do enjoy the content you provide and provided throughout a decade plus. Keep up the good work, King. Thank you, Alex. So a ginormous contract.
Whoa, hold on. Was this him?
You provide and provided throughout of all time. Final Fantasy trading card game is straight hype. Let's show the dollar super chat. So let's go with Alex. Alex starting off tonight with $100 freaking super chat.
Was that Alex Sylvia? Holy shit, I didn't even do that, like, intentionally. It is! Look at the profile picture, dude. It's the baby.
He says, Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy trading card game is straight hype. Let's show the king support for one, if not the best RPGs of all time. I think it's the best. Keep up the great work, Phil. I do enjoy the content you provide and provided throughout a decade plus. Keep up the good work, King. Thank you, Alex. So a ginormous contribution to start tonight.
Yeah, and he gave it through a super chat, so he's only getting $70.
Okay,
dumbass.
Number one,
should have came in a tip, dude.
He is absolutely right.
PayPal only takes 4%, I think.
We're doing the Final Fantasy trading card.
Fuck off, dude. Final Fantasy's my shit. I love Final Fantasy.
That have the character.
The fuck you doing? Name this character, you dumb bitch. That's your Stola. She the black mage, bitch. Don't you fucking ever forget her name.
In them. So what a perfect night to be doing this in tandem with the launch of Final Fantasy VI, right?
Fuck off.
How cool is that? So if you support tonight, you're supporting towards opening Final Fantasy cards, which is amazing in tandem with this playthrough, okay?
It's amazing, dude.
With that $100 contribution, number one, that's a $50 contribution. That's a pack of cards. Number two, we hit the $100 milestone. That's a pack of cards. And then number 3, because that's $100, we're also going to open a pack of the Ascendant Heroes high-end Pokemon cards.
What the fuck? So he's opening how many cards? What the fuck is this?
I don't remember how many packs we have left. 3. So we'll be opening one of the 3 packs of Ascended Heroes tonight as well, because that was a giant $100 contribution. So how it works is
Jets
every
Cup,
50
welcome!
we raise after that, we do more. Okay? If we reach 250 total tonight, we do another pack of Ascended Heroes. All right, so let's go. Thank you, Alex, so much.
Yeah, thanks, Dent.
That is obviously an awesome way to start tonight. So that's 3 packs total, 2 of the regular Final Fantasy and 1 of the bonus Ascended Heroes. Thanks to Alex. Thank you, thank you. All right. That is amazing.
He's fake. He's phony.
Yeah,
Hell
Almighty, good evening. How's it going, man? Good.
And he knows a little bit, but like he didn't know when he was playing Final Fantasy VI that you're not supposed to attack the slug when the shell, or it'll hit him with lightning.
See everybody.
Only the real ones know.
Very nice.
Just banned somebody. Justice for Roy. Phil?
Okay. So, let's chat. What do you guys want to talk about? We got about 15, 20 minutes to kill as we build up attendance, and then we're going to get started. Whatever you guys want to talk about, tag me in chat.
I want to talk about how Hellman is Alex Sylvia. He could have had his chat tell him. He wouldn't listen. Oh my god.
I agree. This is, in my opinion, probably the best story ever in Final Fantasy. I think this is better than 4. This is better than 7. This is like the best story. It's got the widest cast of characters that can all be considered the protagonists. They're all unique.
We know, Phil.
Different walks of life.
We know your level 1
cool
description of Final Fantasy VI.
Characters. It's so well written.
The Brave New World patch is a lot better, actually, Phil. You fucking idiot. If anything, he should be playing Brave New World. And I just say that because, like, if he truly is a Final Fantasy VI fan, then he should play Brave New World. Because he's playing 6 right now makes me want to play Brave New World. And I have a playthrough of it on my YouTube channel. So if you wanted to watch it, it's like literally, I don't know, 7 years old now that I think about it. You could see.
Is it the best game on SNES? Ooh.
See what I was getting into before all of this.
Such a tough question. Because SNES has best in class across the board, right? It has the best platformer ever, Super Mario World, the best Zelda game, Link to the Past, Street Fighter at that time, the best iteration of that. So that's a really tough question. Do I like this more than Chrono Trigger? I would say the only reason that I like Final Fantasy VI more than Chrono Trigger, it's longer. It's longer.
He wants them longer. Hold on. Where's my button? He wants them longer.
He's gay.
A lot more content. Chrono Trigger is amazing, but it is a little bit of a shorter game. This one is like a lengthy, fun experience. Very, very nice. Why did I decide on this?
I used to stream to nobody, bro.
This one and not 8 or 9, which I didn't play yet.
My channel is 20 years old,
and every so often I crave it. It's one of a rotation of games that is from my youth that means a lot to me. And every once in a while, I just want to play it again when there's downtime. And in this case, there's a new version, right? Pixel Remaster Edition. There's a reason to play it. It's better. I could play it on PC now. It makes sense.
Phil.
Unsung Stranger says there's talks of Naruto cards making a comeback. I don't know. I would say
I have One Piece cards.
Card variety.
I was gifted them.
Outside of Pokemon.
And I unsleeved them for everybody on a DDR stream.
The next one that I would consider trying is One Piece. I've heard that.
How are you feeling tonight, Jazz Cub? And thank you so much for hanging out this morning as well.
I'm debating that. I don't think I'm going to do Naruto right now. I'm not really too interested in that. Well, the second one,
Captain Alex is all about Naruto.
Declined in sales, and they're like, "Oh, now we're stuck. We have to make a third one."
However, if you're talking about my favorite Final Fantasy, brother, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Final Fantasy 6.
But the second one they do is good that they had hoped, and they're like, "Ooh." So they kind of screwed themselves in that regard, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen,
here comes
I
the
just
whale.
received 25 anonymous subs on Kick. Holy crap. I haven't gotten a lot of subs on Kick in a long time. 25 anonymous subs is insane. That is $125. So that's, let's do the math in our heads here.
Oh, God.
Okay. First of all, let's add that. So now we're at 225. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So that, just do the math in the head. So that means we were at 3 packs. We're now at 5, just on the total King's tax of the night.
Whoa.
Then there was a $50 contribution, so there's 6. Then there was a $100 contribution, so we're at 7. So we're at 7 packs, 5 Final Fantasy, 2 Ascended Heroes. Okay?
Okay.
We're on pace to do insane amounts of packs. Absolutely insane amounts of packs, because
I could see it. Whoa, what happened?
next card. It's a weird looking card. What the heck is this?
Quito? Quit-o.
I didn't think this through. All right, let's continue.
Rack cat? A raccoon? What does that say? Loses all mobility when not in Japan. Rocket attacks target insanely loud noises.
All right. It's nice looking.
I'll order some more of these Beggy Mon cards for my shipper. Hang on, you guys.
Excuse me.
Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella and delicious.
Variety, right? Great progress in all the games we're playing on the daytime streams. A good chunk of Final Fantasy VI on the late streams.
Oh,
you
shut
get a
up.
taste of Power World. You get some fighting games in there. It's good variety. I think that's a great schedule. Keep in mind, next week is the launch of Marvel ToeCon, which I'm probably getting. So we will have a new game next week in the rotation. It's a new hot fighting game, Marvel characters with offline and online content. So it should be a good one for the rotation. Okay? Now, let's talk about Final Fantasy VI, how it went last night, and how this is going to affect things and why I'm changing the schedule like this, okay?
I also have to change the schedule, guys. You know I say this every time, but this shit right here was the greatest stream in the history of our sport. And do you want to know why? Do you want to know? I blame each and every one of you guys. No, really. I blame everybody but myself. We got to enjoy and sample the thrills of Hellman, a.k.a. Alex Sylvia, the crypto bro from Brazil, who loves watching DSP play Final Fantasy VI, apparently. What a serendipitous 1-2 punch where we watched literally the video of Alex giving DSP money. Incredible. And you know why this was the greatest stream of all time and the greatest stream in the history of our sport? It is because of people specifically like FF9000 who blessed the channel with 12 cents of support. Kick takes care of their creators. And I get every red cent of that, so thank you so much. If you're hanging out with us over on YouTube, I'm going to send you over to Ames. He's the homie. Do show him the same love and support that you've been showing me. And I'm trying to see over here on Twitch who is live. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we're going to be playing DDR. So please do enjoy. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know FF9000 is going to be there. And praise YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, and X. Thank you, Hellman, for the content. And until next time, guys, especially everybody hanging out with us over on Kick, Jess Cup, Fear Monarch, Mr. Fantastic, Sludge, Frost, Darko, the movie buff. Big ups to you, Mr. Fantastic. I said your name again. RS Nerd, Remy, Yoshi-Khan, Super Sentai Guy. Thank you, Injured, for the raid. Big ups. Sound off in the chat if I didn't say your name. I'm going to send you guys away. Raw Sonny. I'm sending you over the Sav. She's playing RuneScape. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. All right? Don't be a fucking creep, bros. And with all that being said, you know I love each and every one of you platonically and consensually. Please do stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. And until next time.